Somebody, if you would be so kind, give me a quick sound check. Okay, output, everything looks right. Somebody, anybody, just give me a quick thumbs up. Let me know the sound is sounding. I would greatly appreciate it. I need to just turn this on to this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just fucked some shit up. Okay, wait, I should turn this way. Okay, let's turn this way. There we go. That way it kills the mic shadow. Right? Greetings. It is it is Super Sly Saeed Saul Alhamdulillah. Okay? All right. Do me a favor as you file in, just before you take off your shoes, please hit the like button. Be so kind. You would be so kind. Honestly, I didn't have anything. I was kind of burnt out. Like, I legit was like, I don't have anything to talk about. But I'm here. I'm here. So I got some random topics tonight. Throw together for like 90 minutes. And we'll make it work and do what it does. Fair enough? Calvin, I'm good, brethren. I'm good. How are you? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Be Wise is in the building. Angela, Firestarter is up in here. PJ and Kevin G is first. Awesome. Okay. Rainwater. You know, every time I see that now, I think about homeboy. Every time I see Rainwater, I think about Mo3's manager, Rainwater. It's okay. Technically, I knew you first. So I knew you before I knew of his manager's name. So you're good. How's everybody? Good? Yes? Everybody's blessed and highly favored? Yeah? Oh my God, these coughs. And it's about the weather's about to, now the weather wants to be warm. And by the weekend, it'll be back mild, which means I'm going to get sick again. But it is what it is. All right, we're here. So let's get to it. I got 3 topics. And I got some subtopics, mini topics, all that good stuff. Where we go first? Okay, let's do this. Okay, now hear me out. Texas does not like its citizens to look on certain sites for types of pleasure. Okay? Texas has this weird obsession with preventing you from looking at stuff online. Texas, if you've gone to Texas and tried to look on sites like Pornhub and X videos, you'll have a hard time trying to access these sites. It's the craziest thing. So Texas senators have unanimously passed a bill. If signed into law, could make several games, anime, and manga series illegal to own in the state. The bill bans any obscene depiction of a minor or someone who looks like one. Well, that's damn all your anime and manga. Okay? This is called Senate Bill 20. Okay, so let's get to it. No, let me just go right. Let me go look it up for itself. Texas, they already prevent you from looking at stuff, right? They already don't want you to look at stuff. Here we go.
Texas lawmakers are pushing a new bill that could impact artists and anime fans. The goal is to crack down on obscene images involving minors, even if those images are drawn or generated by artificial intelligence. This is Senate Bill 20, and Rochelle Turner is live in our newsroom right now to break it all down, sort of why they're concerned with these things and what this bill would do if passed. Good morning, Rochelle.
Amy, good morning to you. Under this proposed law, if any image appears to show someone...
Okay, let's stop right now. Her name's Tammy. Tammy has green eyes.
One under 18 in a sexual way, it could be illegal.
I think those are Tammy's real eyes.
Now, supporters, including Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, says this bill is about protecting children in the digital age, but the anime community is concerned, saying the bill's broad language could put...
I know I'm off track. I think those are Tammy's real eyes. I think that's her real eye color. And her eyebrows are giving me pause, but that looks like her real hair. She's got a pretty prominent nose, which, you know, you gotta find features on a woman that kind of that are quirky but work, you know. I would give this a go.
Put innocent art and artists in legal jeopardy. Now, the bill, it has already passed out of the Texas Senate Criminal Justice Committee and now heads to the House, where lawmakers could propose their own version. Our Real One Belogan spoke to business owners who support protecting children, but worry the bill's vague language could target art that isn't meant to be obscene. Some business owners say they're already hearing from out-of-state artists who are concerned about doing business in Texas. Critics argue the bill doesn't define obscene clearly enough, opening the door for art to be misinterpreted.
So I believe this bill is a good thing to protect, and also it's a protection against people who use free AI tools readily available on the internet to generate deep fakes or materials that are harmful or that can be interpreted harmful. And so this is
an example of judiciary law behind the times, right? Judiciary law always has to play catch up when it comes to society. Society is so far ahead of judiciary law that you get laws like this, and it's like, I get the premise of it, but in reality, you guys are 20, 30 years behind. You know, how much would this impact the anime business sales and manga and all that stuff in Texas? I think it would hurt significantly if you are Texas based. If you're a Texas-based company or whatever, artist, this could hurt you very badly, especially if your images fall under this bill. Let's continue.
It's a good way of protecting that, and it includes children who use this against their peers.
Artists and anime fans say they'll be watching closely to see how far this bill goes. Amy?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm giving Tammy a go. Let me acknowledge people real quick. My bad. Tammy. Hello, Tammy W from Cleveland, Ohio. Hey. Yeah, I'm giving this a go. I'm sorry. Wait, let me fix her face. Yeah. I'm giving her a go. Okay, listen, old hip hop dinosaurs out here talking crazy, bruh. Mojo, they talking crazy. I gotta cover it. Yeah, man. Yo, Texas is wilding right now. All right, Texas. I'm just saying, I give her a go. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna pack up and leave the wife for her, but I'm saying, Will Blast, what's happening? RC, what's happening? Gene, what's happening? Cynical, what's happening? Okay, let's get back to this. This is a big deal. I'm giving this a go.
Yeah, I bet they will. And if it passes, what kinds of penalties could people face? I imagine that's written into the bill.
Yeah, and these are really, really strict penalties. So anyone who possesses, shares, or creates these images could face criminal charges. The first offense could result in state jail, and people who repeat these crimes could face up to 20 years behind bars.
Oh, wow. It'll be...
That's crazy. That is insane. That's... She look. I'd give her a go. Okay. Now wait. There's the other part of this Texas thing I want to talk about. Texas. Okay, wait. Why can't I? And if you've been in Texas and you try to look up stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. Why can't I watch porn on my phone in Tejas. So Florida and Texas have banned. Just pay attention. Now listen. Fascism is we are here. Slowly but surely, they're going to tell you what you can and can't watch. Slowly but surely. Even in these red states that y'all beloved so much. Even in your beloved red states, they're gonna tell you what you can and can't do. We are in fascism. I don't care what y'all tell me at this point. But let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Hey everyone. If you're in a state where adult content is now restricted, like Florida or others considering similar bans, you've probably noticed you can't access websites like Pornhub, RedTube, or YouPorn anymore. Instead of complying with new age verification laws, these platforms have decided to block access entirely. So, why are these bans happening? New laws in certain states require adult websites to implement invasive age verification systems. Many platforms, concerned about privacy issues, legal risks, and high compliance costs, have chosen to block users from...
Listen, it starts with the porn, and then it moves to something else. Then it moves to something else. Then it moves to religious. And then it moves to this, and it moves to that. And the next thing you know, Fahrenheit 451. We are in fascist times. We are in a fascist country. I don't care what y'all say. Okay? We're under a very light martial law. I don't care what y'all say. All right? Bill Cooper, we read the books. We're living it right now. We're living the Bill Cooper book. Behold the pale horse. We're in it right now. But let's continue with the content.
Entire states, rather than deal with these requirements. This means even if you're over 18 and browsing responsibly, you're being locked out. But there's good news. You can easily bypass these restrictions with a tool called a VPN.
Okay, yes, but not everybody is tech savvy. Not everybody wants to be bothered with the VPN. Do I want to be bothered with a VPN to watch some two women? No, I don't want to be bothered with that. Why are you making me jump through hoops? I'm just asking questions. Let's go.
VPN, or virtual private network, lets you mask your IP address and make it look like you're browsing from a different location. This means you can access blocked websites as if you're in a state or country where these restrictions don't apply. Plus, a VPN encrypts your data, keeping your activity completely private and secure.
Once again, I don't feel like going through all this. I just don't.
Best part is you can get the best one right now for super cheap by going to VPN discount.
Let's see here.
Hey fellow winkers, Tom Spark back with another video. Today we're talking about a huge news story that's been going on lately regarding prawn being blocked from fishing. No, we're not talking about that kind of prawn. We're talking about this kind of prawn. So guys, if you're in one of the Republican states, that being North Carolina, Virginia, Utah, Arkansas, Montana, Mississippi, and now...
Hold up. I didn't know all this. So North Carolina, Virginia, Utah, Arkansas, Montana, Mississippi, and then we have Texas and Florida. So when accessed in Texas, their homepages features a letter rebuking the state's mandate. Yeah. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states right now telling you can't readily watch some interracial race play, whatever the case may be. Okay.
Texas, you might be having some trouble accessing prawn. Why is that? Well, that's because the Republican
Indiana too? Oh hell no, we gotta look this up. Okay.
Legislatures in these states have decided that in order to watch prawn, you must submit some form of verification. This is not only a huge privacy issue, having this kind of information available on the internet to be leaked out potentially, but it's also just plain annoying. So a lot of these websites don't want to have to comply with this legality. So what they've done is a form of protest, making it so you can't watch porn in prawn in these specific states. So on one hand, you know, these kind of websites don't really want to be responsible for this. And on the other hand, the Republican people in these states don't really want kids watching prawn. Now, in my opinion, this should just be up to the responsibility of parents. Parents, if they're allowing their kids to access internet, should be able to understand basic router firewall rules that block these websites from doing this. But the governments in these states don't think that parents are capable, and they're coming into your house telling you how you should be able to view these websites. It's kind of like abortion. They don't want you to be able to figure that out for yourselves with you and your doctor. They want to be telling you, you can't get an abortion. We don't think you should be doing this. And that's basically what's happening. Honestly, this is probably not a good look for Trump coming into the election coming soon. And I wouldn't be surprised if this.
Now, mind you, this was a year ago. So let's see what's up to date. What states? Okay. I didn't even know all these states. Let's see. That's the internet. I didn't know it was this bad. Okay, so Pornhub, in their response to the age verification, as of right now, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Montana, North Carolina, Utah, Virginia. That is 8 states. 8 states where adult sites have said, we're not going to comply with your age verification, and they've blocked access to those residents in these states for you watching grown folks do what grown folks do. So in Florida and South Carolina, the adult site is now blocked unless you try to get it. So it's completely blocked in Florida and South Carolina unless you use a VPN. These other states here, you just have to go through the age verification process. But who wants to do all that? It's going to ask for your age, birth date, maybe race. I've seen some sites ask for a legit address. So it's all different in these states depending on what they're asking for you to verify you're a grown adult. This is how it starts. You take away what people like: access to sex, drugs, alcohol, guns, right? Religious freedoms, right? All under the guise of, whatever. Okay. Okay, so Florida, South Carolina, the adult site is now blocked unless you try to use a VPN. They joined Alabama, Arkansas, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky. Holy shit. Oh, this is bad. This is updated January 2nd of this year. This is bad. Oh, this is bad. So here we go. Alabama, Arkansas, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, and Virginia. Florida, South Carolina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 16 states. 16 states. Tennessee will make number 17. You have 17 states that have made it harder for you to watch adult content. This is how they get you. This is how it starts. So that affects YouPorn, RedTube, browsers. The Florida bill HB 3 requires adult sites to verify that visitors are 18 using either an anonymous or standard age verification method. Anonymous ones must be conducted by a non-governmental independent third party. Tennessee, the Protect Tennessee Minors Act requires sites to verify IDs once an hour. What? Requires sites to verify IDs once an hour. Wow. Via uploaded IDs and retains 7 years of anonymized data. So they're going to keep your ID on file for 7 years. Okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah, all under the guise of shielding kids from. This is not going to work. These kids are don't even need to go to these sites. Listen. All you parents understand the kids don't need to go to these sites. They got Snapchat. They got back rooms for Snapchat where people sell images, videos. There's Telegram. There's WhatsApp. There's Signal. Discord, Reddit. They don't need to go here. This is for old folks. Old folks go to Pornhub. Old folks go to Pornhub. These kids don't need to go to these sites. They're far beyond that. It's in social media. But this is how they're going to get you to strip away your rights. You know, what's best for you. This is what's best for you. Wow. Yeah, children are not going to these sites for adult content like that. Sorry. There's Instagram. There's a dark version of Instagram where you can access. Facebook has a bunch of groups still to this day. Twitter. Why would I need to go to RedTube? I can go to Twitter all day, every day. Right? For the free. For the free. For the free. Who wants to be bothered with a VPN? I should not need a VPN to watch adult content. US-based Pornhub viewers will probably want to use a VPN server that's located in the US. We recommend a VPN that will at least let you choose servers in a specific US state. Do note that latency will increase and browsing speeds decrease when you use a VPN. And that impact will be noticeable the further away the VPN server is from you. Okay? Who got time for? I'm grown. Tumblr used to be. Yeah, listen, Tumblr was king until they got bought out. And then they said no more. Walt Disney, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, our kids should not even worry about no damn Pornhub. Okay, I just wanted to get that out there. I totally forgot about this, like a year and a half old, but I didn't know there was this many states at this point that joined the boycott per se. I didn't know it was that deep. So you're at 17 states. 17 out of 50. What is 17 out of 50? Is that a third? Is that close to a third? Okay, I'm going to just bear with me. I'm going to calculator. 50 divided by 17. Nope, that's the wrong way. 17 divided by 50. No. That's 34%? That's 34%. That's 34% of the states here in America, that's 17 out of 50, have made it harder for you to watch adult content. Now, if you don't think this is how we get led down the path into complete freedom stripping and complete like China, then I don't know what else to tell you. I figured I thought I was gonna be an old ass man when I saw this happening. Not while I'm still got good, years left in me. Well, Texas, I gotta find me a second home now, a new second home, because you stopping my access to the adult content. We can't have that. I'm sorry. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Okay, let's do some Big Pharma. All right, the blood pressure myth is the blood pressure myth for black folk real? Okay, take everything I present with a grain of salt as always. Do your own research, man. Bruh, Texas and Florida, I'm like, really? Listen, 17 out of 50 states, that's 34%. at 34%. Okay. Now, this blood pressure, is it a myth? Now that you know that your doctors will tell you, hey, higher blood pressure affects urban folk more than anybody else. I get all that. We're a different breed of cattle. We're a different breed of cattle. I understand, but I didn't know this. So, in 1940, a normal blood pressure was 100/95. Okay. 1970, normal was 160/90. In the year 2000, it was 140/90. Now in 2017 and up, it is 120/80. Okay. Hypertension drugs, the revenue is $36.7 billion in 2024 for administering statins and high blood pressure meds, antihypertensive meds. So you mean to tell me were the 1970s more stressful than now? Because if you walk into your doctor's office with this, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, we need to get you. All right, we gotta wheel you in. We gotta admit you." Walk into your doctor's office with a 160/90. They're gonna freak out. They're gonna freak out. They're gonna tell you, "Oh my God, you run the risk of your organs shutting down, and just oh my God, no, you can't be this high. It can't be this high." So you mean to tell me 1970 was more stressful than the times we're living in now? Just 24 years ago, it was 140/90. So what happened in 20 years? What happened in 20 years? Okay. Hypertension medication side effects: chronic cough, low sodium and potassium, dizziness, headaches, dehydration, muscle cramps. Well, okay, you can kill two birds with one stone with this by just drinking more water and electrolytes. Even the gout, you could easily fix that. All right, insomnia, sleep changes, nightmares, constipation. That's lack of shout out to Form Runner. But if you're constipated, you're dehydrated. You can just by staying hydrated, you can kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these issues. Tiredness or depression, slow heartbeat, symptoms of asthma, sexual and/or erectile dysfunction, heart palpitations, fainting, kidney dysfunction, angioedema, and joint pain. Okay. Once again, last year they made $36.7 billion off of issuing statins, lisopropyl, all the high blood pressure meds, whatever the case may be. Okay. 50 years ago, the normal blood pressure was 160/90. 25 years ago, it was 140/90. Okay. So are we really that under that type of stress like that? So once again, don't walk in here with a 160/90. Go look at you like, oh my God, you're on death's door. Even a 140/90 will get them. They'll look at you like, are you okay? All right. What's the percentage of black that high? We mean which one? We always lead the step. I mean, they all tell you we have the highest. You know what? Let me see if I can find those numbers. Okay. Blood pressure stats by race. Every decade. So let's see here. This was 2021. God damn it. This is 2021. All right, 2021. Let's give me some. Okay, there's too much reading. Expand the table. Okay, here we go. Okay. White Americans. I don't like this. I don't like this chart. Nope, I don't like this chart. Let's find something else. Let me find something a little bit more. Okay, higher prevalence in black adults. Studies consistently show that non-Hispanic black adults have a higher prevalence of hypertension, high blood pressure compared to non-white Hispanic adults. We have higher systolic blood pressure, tend to develop blood pressure earlier in life. I wonder why. While blacks are just as likely to be treated with antihypertensive meds as whites, they are less likely to have controlled the blood pressure. Let's see if this one gives us a better looking chart. All right, here we go. Perfect. From 1988 to 94, black females, we got here at 35, the highest. Black males, of course, right alongside our black queens, the highest. White males lower. White females lower. Same, nothing's changed in 99 to 2004, and nothing's changed from 2009 to 2010. We lead everybody. Let's see here. African Americans demonstrated poor blood pressure control compared with Caucasians. Rates of awareness and hypertension, as well as treatment patterns of antihypertensive therapy, are similar for both races, even better among black men and black women compared to white men and white women. Okay. Higher hypertension at earlier ages and more severe blood pressure levels for blacks they compare with whites. 30-year mortality risk ratio is 95% for elevated blood pressure. 140, it says 140 over 90. They're using the old models. This is the old model, 140 over 90. We just went over this. 140 over 90 was back in 2000. 1970 was 160 over 90. We lead everybody. Black males and black females 2.1, 2.0. Even when it was at 140 over 90. When it was 160 over 95, we still led everybody. 2.4 to 2.4. 30-year population, we still live. Black males 45%, black females 39%. Look at this. CI for stroke, high systolic blood pressure differential. Whites at 1.08, blacks at 1.25. Prevalence of salt sensitivity was similar for African Americans and Caucasian women, but the magnitude of blood pressure increase was different. Blood pressure increase was greater in African Americans with a positive association of salt sensitivity. This is why salt is bad for us. Extremely. I mean, just, you know how we like to, urban folk, to put salt in everything. Seasoned salt, same thing. Right? Racial difference in body mass index suggested of disparities in blood pressure levels and hypertension prevalence. African Americans have been identified with higher rates of obesity and overweight at different age groups. Okay. All right, make up the information that you will. Easy. I agree. I'm just presenting what's out there. Okay. Let's keep it going. What is this? I gotta get rid of that. No. Save that. And I'll save that. Okay. All right, let me do this. Let's get to some urban stuff. It's important because, you know, I'm gonna save him. Let me get to the hip hop dinosaurs. EPMD. First, we had Kumo D. Had a lot of people try to come into the comments talking about I didn't know what I was talking about. And you know, because I said what Kumo D said was some incel rhetoric. Okay, I don't care what y'all say. If you're 62 years old, you traveled the world 10 times over, the last thing you should be worried about is some childhood trauma because you grew up poor, and you shouldn't be worried about unwed births. You should not be worried. So you mean to tell me Kumo D has yet to come across a woman who wanted to marry before she carried? That's insult. That's loser talk. People try to come in, yeah, you're a hater, and yeah, okay, whatever. All right, now. EPMD. Once again, old hip hop heads are dinosaurs. You just mad because you see the comment, the asteroid is coming, and you don't know how to adapt. Scarface is another old hip hop dinosaur. He mad because these young kids figured out a cheat code or a hack, and you old niggas are too stupid to figure it out or too prideful, right? So let's get EPMD. Once again, it typical old versus young. Instead of, you know, getting with the youth and say, hey, youngin, teach me. You want to sit here and complain about how they perform and this and that. These young folk ain't worried about y'all old asses. That's what they don't come to your shows anyway. I'm sorry, but EPMD fans, Scarface fans, who else? Who else did I mention? These old fans they have are dying in their 50s and 60s for whatever reason. Your fan base is dying out. Okay, so let's get to what this goofball said.
Everybody right now is trying to find a way, you know, but the ones that the 90s and everything, we still understand what this is.
No, who's living in the 90s? Who talks about the 90s? You old heads. I'm sorry, old hip hop is only relevant to old hip hop fans. I don't want to see EPMD talking about the 90s. Nigga, either adapt, move forward, or get out the way. You holding up the line. These young kids ain't got time. They don't care about what y'all talking about, the 90s and standards and how to perform and breath control. Nobody gives a fuck about all that shit. Sorry. Okay? I'm glad Big Daddy Kane can still perform. Great. Go perform for your aging out. Your fan base is on their deathbed. I hate to say this. Big Daddy Kane's fan base on their deathbed. A lot of y'all go to his shows with oxygen tanks. Scarface is another one. His fan base going to his shows with in oxygen tanks. Sorry, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what it is.
Never left it. The new kids are in trouble because once
AM1, I'm sorry, bro. We're past all that. Who cares about talent versus no talent? We're past that. Either adapt to the new surroundings, the new paradigm, or get left behind. Either you figure this shit out, get with some young kids, get some new blood, get around some young blood, learn the tips and tricks to how to stay relevant, or get the fuck out the way. Nobody cares about who's talented or not. Can you adapt to this paradigm? And no, these old niggas cannot. They refuse to. This motherfucker talking about the 90s. We know what it was in the 90s. Bruh.
we never left it. The new kids are in trouble because once it gets down to just this, you in trouble.
Who cares? These kids' fan bases don't care about your lyricism. Oh my God. They don't care. Give me some. You think Lil Uzi's fans care about Lil Uzi's lyricisms? Even though Lil Uzi be spitting. If you really sit down and listen to his bars, he be spitting. But his fan base doesn't care about how lyrical, super lyrical, abajerical miracle he is. Playboy Cardi just sold 300,000 in 1 week. You think his fans are worried about his lyricism? This is a flawed argument you guys want to bring to me. This is a dead ass argument. This is an old man's argument. This is I can't compete with these young kids argument. Get out the way. Sorry. Playboy Cardi just dropped 300,000 in the first week. What y'all talking about?
Because now you got to be able to say your rhymes.
What?
How you gonna say it without the auto-tune? How you gonna be able to make it work without the song? Everything come into play when you have to rock that stage.
Yeah, right.
And keep that crowd
kidding me
engaged
right now?
when you get older in their career.
These kids ain't trying to be 50-year-old rappers. So give me a new age rapper in his 40s for the young people. Right? Well, Drake is what, 38? Drake's 38. Who's older than Drake that's still considered new school? Kendrick's 36, right? Ain't Kendrick 36? He's getting up there. They're pushing 40. Future's in his 40s, right? You think Future fans are worried about lyricism? Yes or no? Are Future fans worried about his lyricism? That man been talking about drugs for 20 years now. And Future can drop a project. Future is the perfect example of being an older guy or getting older and still being able to connect with the young kids. He still has their ear. They still tap in to see what Future's doing. He's blended those two worlds perfectly, probably better than anybody in the last decade. Future should have been aged out. He stays relevant. Some way, somehow he finds a way. He still connects to the youth. These old dudes cannot do it. Sorry, get out the way.
The kids don't understand it right now. But when they get older in their career, want to be out there rocking. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem for them. Yeah,
I know it's not. This is what I'm saying. Don't be these old people with these arguments, these silly ass arguments. These are dead ass arguments.
Tell them all the time, looking at the camera to let them know too. I hope that people look at this too to understand that when I tell kids they have to make music and won't be able to have a career, I hope they understand that it's scary that when your years pass by and you
this music is a hustle for them. This is not their lifelong ambition. This was y'all's ambition. This is all you had left. Is this rap shit. These kids got too many other hustles they can get into. Podcasting, the gaming. This rap for them is just another check. That's it. Another stream of income. That's it. This is y'all's life's work. For them it's just it's a little rap. It's a little rap money. It's cool.
Get to not even close to our age, but close to ours, and then before it, when you're gonna have to go to work, you're not gonna be able to go to work and get a show, and people not coming to watch you.
What is he?
Because you didn't make no music.
Oh,
imagine
God.
you being 40-something year age and you up there talking about bitch, slut, hoe, boom. But it doesn't match no more. It matched when you was young.
Wow.
We made songs. So from the Rolling Stones era, from down to the OJs, down to where we at.
They don't care about none of that. They have a different value system. Their value system is different from yours. Sorry.
To Keith Sweats all the way down to the EPMDs and the Public Enemies and them. We could.
Yeah, Chief Keef out here found a career resurgence. T Grizzly making 50 racks a week off selling his GTA servers. This hip hop thing is just a check. Now you get that money to the baby mama. Hey, here, go buy you something. Get out of here. This rap shit ain't what it is. And you're mad because these young kids figured it out sooner without your help. Got around you gatekeeping, hating ass old niggas. Found a way to get in, get out, make money without being locked down to these slave ass contracts that a lot of these old dudes are still under to this day. These kids figured out something you couldn't do, and they went and did it without your help.
Rock forever because we made records. So if this is the moment, I hope you stack your paper and that
Wow.
you're able to put money away the whole nine, because you're not gonna be able to have a job no more.
Right.
They're gonna be there.
Do you think these? Oh my God. Okay. Old dinosaurs, man. Old hip hop dudes going out sad.
For you. Nobody's coming.
Yeah. Because you didn't build that foundation on the way up.
Oh
right,
my
to have
God.
a
Can you
rapport
imagine this?
with your audience.
Right. It's not real. It's a moment.
Yeah.
Not taking enough fun, but if you want to be able to do this, you better be secure right now.
Wow. Once again, AM1, the market wants their music. The market does not want EPMD music. The market does not want Scarface music. The market does not want Willie D music. Sorry. I don't. Y'all hold on to the past so tight. Let the past go. Let it go. You don't have to. You don't have to like what hip hop is now, but this is their turn. Let them have it. You can't stop it no way. The market does not want to hear EPMD. I generally don't understand the pushback y'all trying to give. It's these kids, it's their turn now. We had our chance, we had our shot, we did what we did with it. Now these kids done took it to somewhere else. I generally don't understand. I don't understand. Who cares about whose talent? They did something that these old heads couldn't do. I don't know what else what to say. I just don't. It makes no sense to me. None. Once again, I keep trying to tell you, the worst thing you could do is compare hip hop to these other musical genres. Hip hop to me is not a real musical genre. It's a genre for children. It's a genre for children. Okay? Hip hop has some of the most disloyal fan bases ever. Okay? You can't even put hip hop in the same category as blues and rock. Don't give me all the bullshit. Oh, it came from there. Everything. No. Not even these other musical genres. No. That's a bad argument. Not gonna win with that one. Okay? Let's not do this. Hey, that's what the market wants. Yes, that's what the market wants. You don't have to engage in the market. But the market is moving on with, listen, the market doesn't include you guys. You're not 18 to 35. You're not in the demo. You're not in the market that buys the streams. You're not in the market that goes to these shows, buy these bundle packs. They're not talking to you. You're not 18 to 35. They're not talking to you. Their music is not for you. You are a non-factor to these kids. You don't exist to these kids. Your economic boycott does not affect them. Playboy Cardi, black thong wearing Playboy Cardi just sold 300,000 copies first week. You do not matter to Playboy Cardi. You don't affect his bottom line. You don't matter. You don't matter. South by Southwest, Rolling Loud. You don't matter. You're not going to those shows. You don't buy those tickets. Doesn't matter. Everybody in this chat, you're over the age of 40. What are you complaining about? They're not making music for you. They're not making music for you. Let these young kids live. This is crazy. Well then can't act like we care about our people while making it. The market wants what the market wants. You do not. Your AM1. Our demographic is not the market that dictates anything. We don't have any real economic leverage with these kids. They don't need our money. They don't even want our money. Bruh. Kumo D's an idiot. This man is 62 years old. just say you don't want to have kids, man. I don't want to hear the childhood trauma you grew up in as to why you didn't want to have kids out of wedlock. Nigga, you are 62 years old. The last thing that you should be worried about is out of wedlock births. Sir, this man has traveled the world. You didn't meet not one woman that was worthy enough to say, hey, Kumo D, I want to marry before I carry. You mean to tell me, once again, Kumo D ain't met nan woman in his travels of life that said to him, hey, I want to marry before I carry. Please stop. Old hip hop, y'all going out hella sad. Please stop this nonsense. Old hip hop, please stop talking. Please stop talking. That's how I look at it. Nope. That makes no sense, AM1. No. That's your definition. That's how you see it. The world sees it somewhat different. If the market says I want this, then that's what the market wants. The sellout that's a personal position. That's a personal stand, a personal code that you have that you cannot implement on other people. You can't. That's your personal viewpoint. It doesn't work like that in the real world, sir. You know this. You know this. It's all good. It's all good. So wait. This is what kills me. The death culture. So when NWA, what the fuck was NWA then? What was NWA? Hoes with Attitude, Gangsta Nip, Too Short. Give me somebody else. Really? This death culture? What are you talking about? The old heads been rapping the gun shit. The gun. You know what the difference between the old heads and these new kids? These new kids went out and did what these old heads lied and they raps about. That's the difference. That's what y'all mad at. Okay? These young kids went out and did what they said in their raps. You old niggas was playing and posturing, talking a good game. These young kids like, no, we really do this. And we're gonna put it on record. As affirmation, as proof of what we do what we say. Old niggas been lying to y'all for 40 years. I'm shoot 'em up, bang bang. Come on, stop. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. And you're still wrong, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 Live Crew brought in the sex. Who? Stop. Here we go. NW was a reporter. Okay. Yeah, we have Bloods and Crips banging on wax compilations. What y'all talking about? We had Bloods and Crips banging on wax. We had Bloods and Crips banging on wax. You know what? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. This is old heads. Let's not do this. These are old heads. Don't play with me. These are old heads. These are old heads. What are you talking about? Come on. Yeah. How old is Jim Jones? How old is Jim Jones? How old is Jim Jones? Jim Jones pushing is mid 40s, still claiming blood. Yes, is that old hip hop or these youngins? Snoop Dogg made Crippin' cool. Yeah, Snoop Dogg's pushing 50. Yeah. So this death culture goes a little bit back further than these young kids. These young kids just picked up the baton that the old heads gave them and ran with it. These young kids said, no, we're going to actually do what we say in these lyrics. That's why I respect these youngins. It ain't all just raps with them. Now everyone's like, oh my God, they actually out here doing it. Yeah, ain't that what your old heads lied to y'all and said they was out here putting in work? Come on, you can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose. You cannot pick and choose. Hey, old heads gave y'all the pimp hoe culture, right? Pimps up, hoes down. That's old heads gave us that. So we got death culture back then. We got the sex whore culture then. We had the drug dealing aspect of it. What are you talking? That's old heads. They gave us that. What are you talking about? Old heads gave us this. Young kids said, oh, this is what y'all doing? All right, we'll do it better than y'all. Give us the baton and we'll do it better than y'all. And that's what they're doing. Now everyone's up in arms. Oh my God, Lil Durk, murder for hire. Well, ain't that what he told y'all in the raps? Oh my God, King Von. Well, ain't that what he told y'all in his raps, right? That's what these kids do. They live it. They live what they rap about. They live what they rap about. Now what we got? A bunch of old heads telling each other about the crimes what they used to do. Now you want to compete with the young kids and brag about the crimes y'all used to commit 30 years ago. See how that works? See how that works? All of a sudden these kids getting the shine and the accolades and the respect for actually committing the crimes they say in their raps. Now these old niggas be like, well, you know, I killed a nigga in 87. You know I killed that nigga in 87. Why are you telling us now, sir? Well, you know, I was, you know, I fired a gun to hit the nigga in the leg. It didn't kill him, but it contributed to his death. Come on. What are you talking about? How you in your 50s talking about the crimes you did 30 years ago? What do you mean? That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Hey, listen, I work with the youth. I'm always going to support the youth. You crazy. I'm always going to support the youth. Always. I don't like what they do. I understand why they do it. But I'm not going to stop them. Hey, you don't do that. I'm not going to shame these kids because we were their age at one point. Our parents try to shame us for doing, turn off that devil music. A lot of y'all had to sneak and listen to NWA. You had to sneak and listen. Your parents would not have gone to the record store to buy you the fucking NWA record. Your parents were not gonna go to the record store to buy you the Two Live Crew. Stop. Who am I to deny the youth their chance to tell their stories and put their pain to wax? Show off their artistic side. I don't care how if I don't like it or not. They deserve a chance to tell their story. Just like you tell your story when you was young, right? How come you can tell your story, but they can't? These old heads told their stories. How come these young kids can't? This is why the youth don't fuck with you old niggas like that. They don't like y'all. They don't respect y'all. That's why. Old heads like Jay Prince trying to extort NBA YoungBoy. That YN said, fuck you, old nigga, fuck you. I ain't scared of you. You may scare these old cats that grew up with you, but these youngins they don't fear that shit. Come on, man. You can't have it both ways. That's not how it works. You got to tell your story. Now it's their turn. You just don't like how they're doing it. Probably doing it better than the old heads. At least they're a little bit more authentic. At least they do the shit that they say in their rhymes. I can respect that. I don't agree with it, but hey, he did what he said. I can't be mad at that. What's the problem? And you too stuck in that 90s shit, bro. I'm sorry. You let that shit go, man. Let it go, brethren. Let it go. These kids got the ball, and it's their time. Let these kids have it. I mean, they got it. Once again, who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who cares? It only matters to old heads. Only old heads sit on the block, talk about who's the best MC. Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. I'm not going to be that. Now, I'm all for nostalgia. I'm all for, reminiscent. That's cool, but don't live in that. You cannot live in nostalgia. You cannot live in nostalgia. I tell people all the time, Drake been the GOAT for the last 10 years. No, Jay-Z. Shut up. These young kids don't listen to Jay-Z. They listen to Drake. Shut up. You old niggas listen to Jay-Z. If Jay-Z put out a record right now, what you think it's gonna do? What numbers you think he'll do if he put out a record right now? Fuck out of here. Quit playing. Quit playing with me. Quit. Stop. Ain't nobody wildin'. Ain't nobody wildin'. Ain't nobody wildin'. Nobody's wildin'. Man. I was trying to be generous, High Chief. I would normally say 15 years. I give him a 15-year run easily. But you know, some people get, no, it's too long. So I respectfully just say 10, just to kind of avoid the argument. But no, listen, if Jay put out a record versus Drake, there's no competition. Once again, you have a young man that wears black thongs just drop 300,000 on your heads first week. The man wears thongs. He paints his fingernails. What are you talking about? These kids have nothing for you. You have nothing for them. They don't want to hear your opinions on how it used to be, the good old days. Old man, get your ass off the block. Go take your ass inside before you shit on your pamper. Go take your ass inside. YNs are running hip hop right now. You don't like it, but it is what it is. The YNs got it now. Sorry, not sorry. Beanie Siegel right now, half a lung, missing a lung, selling halal and damn food truck. Wasn't it a bunch of YNs that shot Beanie Siegel to begin with? Right? You old heads. Oh my God, the Broad Street Bully. Watch out, Beanie Siegel. YNs like, who? Watch this. Beanie Siegel right now in a food truck selling y'all halal. Man, if y'all don't get the hell out of here with this nonsense, take y'all asses up out of here with that shit. These YNs out here whooping everybody's asses. Everybody. Hey, Discerner, thank you for the 5 in the chat, brethren. Folks wanted to be good for the goose, but not good for the gander. They never do. We had to learn from generation before the black. Hey, all day. Let these young kids cook. Listen, that hip hop y'all cling on to so ain't coming back, y'all. Matter of fact, might as well go to China or Japan. There you go. Go to Japan. Go to Germany. They care about it, not just here. You want the nostalgia. You want to kick a cipher. Hey man, light the spliff. Kick a cipher, man. Take your ass to Germany. Go to Japan. Where else do they love that old hip hop stuff at? What other country? That's what you're gonna have to do. Go to a whole nother country to get that feeling back. Because here, times are changing. The old heads get left in the dust. Sorry. Matter of fact, I was invited to a Wu-Tang Clan concert. I'm good. No, thank you. I'm good. No, thank you. Matter of fact, Ludacris and Yin Yang Twins out here next week. I'm good. No, thank you. No good. No, thank you. And it's Ludacris and Yin Yang Twins, and they got hits for days. I'm good. I don't want to see a bunch of diabetic old black folk with big stomachs, oxygen tanks, head and face full of gray hair, and eye bags and shit. I don't want to be around. I'm cool. I want to be around a bunch of old blacks trying to. I'm good. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Sorry. Nope. All right, let's keep it going. I'm just saying, man. How's it we condone once again? Okay, let me go over your comment. Okay, so we condone what the culture became, murder, death. That was the appeal of hip hop to begin with. What do you mean? Name me the album that name me the Public Enemy album that outsold NWA. Find me the conscious rap album that outsold the most niggery album of the day. that was the appeal. You had a balance. I'll give you that. You had a balance, but we all was leaning towards the niggery side. Jungle Brothers, y'all listen. Jungle Brothers, were they going gold and platinum? No, they weren't. I love Tribe Called Quest, but were they going gold and platinum? Maybe once or twice, but not on a consistent basis. Let's not do this. Let's not do this right now. Y'all don't want to do this. Y'all don't want to have this conversation. Sex, drugs, and murder rap always outsold. It was always more popular with our people. Let's not do this. Come on, y'all. Come on. Okay, so you want to do this? All right, let's do this. I got time. Y'all want to go down this rabbit hole? Okay. Let's do hip hop albums. You said 1989. We'll do 89 and 90. That's a bad year, but okay. You should have been better off with 93, 94, 95. But okay, I got you. 1989 hip hop albums. Let's see what came out in 89. Let's see what came out in 99. There's a lot to go over. There's a lot to pick from. We got De La Soul, Third Base, Boogie Down Productions, Queen Latifah, Special Ed, Steezo. I bought that album. Steezo, the Fly Negro. That was that first single was a banger. Steezo, the Fly Negro. Hey, that shit went hard. MC Light, Kumo D, Young MC, Donald D, Cool C. Cool C. Now, let's do this. Let's see which albums sold the most out of this year. Look, you got Willie D, you got LL. I would say it's LL. I would say LL probably outsold everybody on this one. Heavy D, Jazzy Jeff, Naughty by Nature, Jazzo, Mellow Man Ace, Craig G. Hey y'all, listen. This is AM1's type of hip hop. This is what he likes. This is what AM1 likes, y'all. This is his era. Wait. Let's see. Highest. Yeah, this is AM1's era. See, exactly. See, this is his era. Let's see what form of hip hop sold the highest. Highest selling hip hop album. Wait. My bad. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Okay, there we go. My bad. Okay. Let's see what sold the most out of this particular one. Okay, on the R&B side, it was Bobby Brown. The number one hip hop song in 89 was Self-Destruction. Okay. Me, Myself, and I, I'm the type of guy, fight the power. Okay. Okay, let's do this. I like this. Let's do this. Best-selling rap albums in the U.S. from 87 to 2014. 1987, LL went platinum, 2 times platinum. Okay, so that sounds about right. I guessed it right. So Fat Boys went platinum, Kumo D platinum, Eric B platinum, Houdini gold, Jazzy Jeff gold, Ice-T gold. Listen, nobody listen. Y'all don't listen to this shit except AM1. But let's not play it. Okay, let's keep it going. Too Short gold, Public Enemy gold, NWA gold. That's 87. 88. Jazzy Jeff, 3 times platinum. Oh, here we go. NWA 2 times platinum. Easy Does It 2 times platinum. Hammer 2 times platinum. Too Short 2 times platinum. Public Enemy platinum. Slick Rick platinum. Run DMC platinum. Rob Bass platinum. Sir Mix-a-Lot platinum. Okay. 89. Tone Loc 2 times platinum. Beastie Boys 2 times platinum. 2 Live, De La, Young MC, Heavy D, LL went platinum. Boogie Down gold. Big Daddy Kane gold. Kumo D Gold, 1990. Once again, the majority of y'all don't listen. This is not This is not y'all's era. Y'all don't listen to all this shit. But I'll humor you. I'll humor you. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I'm with you. Ain't nobody running. 89. How old were you guys in 89? Let's see how long it takes for NWA to smash all these niggas. Okay, wait. Come on. I'm here. I'm here for this. 89 Tone Loc. Let's see how long it takes for them to discover gangster rap is more we can make more money off gangster rap. Let's see how long it takes. So 89 Tone Loc, we got this. 1990 Hammer, 10 times platinum. Vanilla Ice, 7 times platinum. LL, 2 times platinum. Salt and Pepper, Public Enemy. Hey, Ice Cube, okay, platinum. They all went platinum. Okay. 91, Too Legit to Quit. That was a big record. 3 times platinum. Cypress Hill. Here comes NWA. All right, platinum. Naughty by Nature, Jazzy Jeff, Ghetto Boys, Cube, Public Enemy, Heavy D, Marky Mark, all went platinum. And this is when it changed. Shall I continue? This is when it changed. This is when y'all started buying albums. You guys were not buying albums here. You started buying this when you could afford to go to the store by your goddamn self without your mama's hand. This is when hip hop changed. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let me go through these numbers real quick. Bruh. Once again, I said that they had balance. But let's not act like y'all still listen to this music. Stop this nonsense. You're not listening to anything from Bigger and Deffer. None of these albums you listen to right now. Stop playing with me. Stop. You're not listening to this shit right. You're not listening to none of this. NWA. Out of all these people, you're listening to NWA more than anybody. Okay, but let's continue. Let's get to when it changed. 92. The Chronic. That ain't gangsta music? Okay, bet. Crisscross, Arrested Development, Rage Against the Machine, Beastie Boys, Ice Cube, Mix a Lot, House of Pain, DOS Effects, Too Short. 93. Doggy Style, Salt and Pepper. That was a very, very big album. Cypress Hill, Wu-Tang Clan shows up. Eazy-E still doing a thing. Ice Cube, Here Comes Tupac. Naughty by Nature, Too Short, and Snow. 94. Did I not say there was balance back in the day? I know what I said. But once it shifted to the other side, it never went back. That's what I said. There's balance. But once the market, which was us, we want to see the booties on the front of the album cover. Okay? Once we took off the African medallions, we ain't never been back since. Stop playing. I know what I said. Let's continue. 94. Biggie, 4 times platinum. Warren G. Ain't that gangster music? Yeah, no? Okay. Beastie Boys, Bone Thugs and Harmony. That ain't gangster music? Okay, bet. Murder Was the Case. That ain't gangster music? Oh, okay. Above the Rim, one of the best soundtracks ever. That ain't gangster music? Okay. Outkast, cool. Method Man, cool. Nas, cool. Scarface. Okay, that's debatable if it's gangster music, but let's continue. 95. East 99. Everybody has this album. That's not gangster music? No? Okay. Tupac, Me Against the World shows up. LL, Mr. Smith. That was a good album. The Dog Pound. Friday. Coolio. Cypress Hill. Too Short. Let's continue. 96. No. Get your asses back in here. Nope. Get back in here. 96. Tupac again. Snoop Dogg's Dogfather. Too Short. Dr. Dre presents gangster music. Let's continue. Now, this was a good year. For everybody. Will Smith, 9 times platinum. Yeah, Biggie died after this one. Biggie died. Okay, so we got Puffy, Biggie, Mace, Master P, Tupac, Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs, Limp Bizkit, Insane Clown Posse. That was a good year. That was a good year for Will Smith. Okay, 98. Why they got Kid Rock up here? I don't know why. Tupac, Jay-Z, DMX, Juvenile, Beastie Boys, X Again, Master P, Outkast, Snoop Dogg. Those are my cats. Okay. Oh God. Fucking cats, man. So you're gonna tell me 98 was a good year for balance. Fair enough. Let's go 99. Dr. Dre again. Slim Shady, DMX, Jay-Z, Rage Against the Machine, Rough Riders, Will Smith, Nas, Eve. This is all gangster music. 2000, Eminem, Nelly, Limp Bizkit, Outkast. This was a good year. Ja Rule's in there. Ludacris is up in there. Jay-Z, Kid Rock, Bow Wow, Snoop Dogg. 2001, Ja Rule, Ludacris, P.O.D. That was a good album. Jay-Z, Tupac, still kicking. Nas, D12, DMX. This is when DMX decline started. This is when that album came out. Oh, no. It goes back to Grand Champ. Where's Grand Champ at? Where's Grand Champ for DMX? That third album, it was over for him. The Grand Champ album was DMX on a decline. Ja Rule. That stupid. All right, let's go. Eminem again. Nelly, 8 Mile, Lil Jon, Missy, Jay-Z, Pac, Nas, Big Timer, Snoop Dogg. 03, which this is not gangster music still, right? I know. Outkast, Jay-Z, Black Eyed Peas, Chingy G Unit, Ludacris, DMX, Fabulous. There we go. This is the one. This was like pretty much on the decline for X. Right? 2004 again. You know what? Kanye did save a lot of y'all. I will say that. Kanye did bring a good amount of balance. Okay. Kanye did that. But let's continue. So we got Eminem, Kanye, Nelly, Lil Jon, D12, Ludacris, Twista, Jay-Z, Linkin Park, Lloyd Banks, Snoop Dogg. 05, The Massacre. That's not gangster music, right? I know. Black Eyed Peas, Eminem, Kanye, The Game, Young Jeezy. Oh, this is when Jeezy shows up. Yeah. Ooh, buddy. Okay, The Game. Lil Wayne still kicking. 3 6 Mafia. Okay, Chameleon. Okay. 06. Now we're in the trap music. We're in the trap era, right? This is the trap era, right? The whole Twista, Jeezy, T.I. That's the trap era, right? It wasn't going back. So we got T.I. Platinum just 2 times. Jay-Z, Ludacris, Young Jeezy, Eminem, Young Jock. That was a good album. The Game, another good album. Idlewild, that movie was trash. Snoop Dogg and Rick Ross. So we're in the trap era. Okay, let's see what we got here. Kanye. So everybody's starting to dip at this point. Everybody's records not selling like they used to. This is when you're seeing a dip. This is when everyone starts dipping. 50. T.I., Jay-Z, Soulja Boy. Pretty Ricky, Common, Lupe. The numbers starting to dip here. 2008. Still trapping, right? Still trapping, yeah? Lil Wayne did 3.8. Paper Trail did 2.2. Kanye still holding strong. Jeezy didn't. I'm sure it's platinum now, but back then, okay. Ludacris, yeah, I remember that was a low point. This was a low point for Theater. It was a good album, but it was over at that point. Let's continue. 2009. Black Eyed Peas, Eminem, Jay-Z, Kid Cudi. That was a good album. And here comes Drake. Right? Young Money, 50 Cent, Rick Ross, Gucci Mane. That was a fire ass album. Okay? 2010. Eminem, Nicki, right? The whole rap that y'all blame Nicki for, which started way back when with Hoes with Attitude. Right? People are mad at Nicki for doing what she did better than Lil Kim. And then before Lil Kim, who came before Lil Kim? Who was the nasty woman, nasty female rapper before Lil? All I remember is Hoes with Attitude. I remember Hoes with Attitude. Let's continue. Here we go, Drake again. All right, Kanye, Wayne, Black Eyed Peas, Ross, B.O.B. Man, that Flat Earth shit just took him out of here. 2011 again. Wayne still holding on, but here comes Drake. Right? Jay-Z and Kanye, Wiz Khalifa. J. Cole shows up. Young Jeezy still hanging in there. Pitbull, Wale, Lupe. All right. 2012. Macklemore. That was weird. Kendrick. Right? Nicki. 2 Chainz. He had a good little 3-4 album run. Rick Ross, T.I., Wiz Khalifa, Pitbull, and Meek Mill. 2013. Eminem. We gotta find this on the list. We gotta do the updated list. Okay. Eminem. So we got Drake once again, still in there. Jay-Z, J. Cole, blah 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 blah. So the shit y'all complaining about doesn't hit until what? When did Chief Keef hit? Hold up. This pokes a hole in y'all whole damn argument. So really up until 2015, 2016, y'all had the hip hop that y'all whine about. When did drill rap hit? When did Chief Keef come out? What year did he come out? How did I lose the discussion? No, the discussion was the hip hop y'all holding on to is no longer here. So what I said was let these young kids the market wants what these young kids are giving them. You guys are no longer the market. Look how this is from 2013. This was 10 years ago. You don't matter. You've aged out of the demographic. How? You've aged out of the demographic. I'm sorry, you're in your 40s. No one caters to 40-year-olds in music. Unless you're into jazz, blues, rock. Outside of that, there's nothing for you. Especially not hip hop. What you talking about? How did that change the narrative? Y'all complaining about a genre, a subgenre of hip hop that's not even 10 years old. Let me find out what year did Chief Keef come out? What year did Chief? Hold up. Chief Keef. What was it? Finally Rich. That was a phenomenal CD. This came out when? This came out when? 2012. Y'all still had hip hop when drill popped up. Y'all still had hip hop when this dropped. You still had control of hip hop. What did I understand? What are you complaining about the drill music for? I'm really trying to understand. I say old heads kicking the same negativity and no. I said there was balance. Come on, no. Let's not do this. You better rewind that shit. Mid rant. I said there was balance. I said then it shifted. I said once the labels figured out that the market wanted the sex, drugs, and rock and roll more than the conscious stuff, then there it is there. So out of all the top selling albums from 87 to, let me get my pen. That's okay. I got this. Okay. So we're going to do one side for gangster and do one side for flowers and berries and shit. Okay. LL Jazzy, that's 2 for flowers and berries. Tone Loc, that's 3 for flowers and berries. Hammer, that's 5 for flowers and berries. Dre, definitely gangster. Snoop, definitely gangster. Biggie, definitely gangster. Don't try to change the fucking narrative on me now. Bone Thugs and Harmony, definitely. We're tied up 5 apiece. Pac, definitely gangster. Will Smith, Flowers and Berries, we're tied at 6 apiece. 88. We're not gonna count Kid Rock. We're gonna go with Pac. That's gangster. 7-6. Dr. Dre, that's gangster. We're at 8. We're 8-6. What's Eminem? Because Eminem ain't Flowers and Berries, right? So Eminem ain't Flowers and Berries. Yes, do we agree to that? Hold up, let me get A1. Shout out to A1. Thanks for the 10, brethren. Slide just walked us down the timeline of how rap got socially engineered into the most negative imagery, becoming the most prominent, and yet we fight to defend getting played. We gotta hold the L. I wasn't trying to go that route, brethren. I wasn't trying to go that route, but I thank you. Is Eminem gangster or flowery? Right, to this day. Okay? Just hear me out. So, is Eminem flowery or is he gangster? I'm gonna let y'all decide this. He's gangster. Okay, that's gangster. Ja Rule, definitely gangster. Even though all of his singles, his best singles were sing song with the girls, but Ja Rule's definitely gangster. I think we can all agree to that. Okay, so you said Eminem is gangster. All right, 50 is gangster. There's Eminem again. 50 Cent again. T.I., this is the trap era. Is trap still gangster? I would say so. All right, here's Kanye. That's I consider Kanye flowery, Flowers and Berries. I consider Wayne gangster. Is Wayne gangster? This motherfucker said M is emo. Stupid. Wait. I consider Wayne gangster. Wayne is not Flowers and Berries. Black Eyed Peas. Okay, nope. That's a dud. Eminem again. Lil Wayne again. Macklemore got that one. Kendrick got that one. So we're gonna give you the Flowers and Berries for Macklemore. Eminem again. All right. So as of right now, from 87 to 2014, your highest or your best selling albums from 87 to 2014, it goes to the gangster side. 5, 10, 15, 18 to 8. Okay, 18 to 8. All right, 18 to 8. Now we're gonna do 2014 on 2015 on up. I'm here for this. 2015. Let's see. Let's do 2024. We can do 2024. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna make me just do 2024. Okay, let's do. I mean, we'll do it year by year. I don't care. We'll do it year by year. Okay, top selling albums of 2015. Oh, come on, where's it at? So that's Drake. No, that's Drake. It's number 6. Never mind. I take that back. Take that back. It's not. It's giving me all types of. I just want the number 1 album. Come on, man. How hard can this be? Let's do the 10 best hip hop albums of 2015. That was Kendrick. That was okay. So 2015. That was Kendrick. That's Flowers and Berries. So now that gives you guys 9, right? Nope, that's Drake. Sorry, nope. Is Drake gangster or flowery? Okay, 2015 belonged to Drake. So is Drake flowery or is he gangster? Is Drake gangster or flowery? I'll let you guys make the decision. I'll let you guys make the decision. No, crunk is not drill. No. Let's not do that. I don't see no crunk came and went. That is not drill music. That is not drill music. Drill music, that's Chicago. Please, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Disrespect this genre of music. That came strictly from Chicago. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. Two genres of music we've created by ourselves: house music and drill music. Some of the most impactful genres of music on the planet right now. Okay, 2015 is Drake. Is Drake flowery or is he gangster? Drake started gangster, then became flowery. How am I struggling? I'm giving y'all what it is. He's 50-50. Right. Flowery and pop. Okay, I'll give you flowers and berries. Okay, cool. 2016. That's Drake again. That's the views. That's Drake again. Ooh. Life of Pablo. That was a good. Okay, here we go. Where we at? Who's number one? Shit, man. He sold 1 million his first week. That's right. Okay. All right. That's another one for flowers and berries. At some point, you're gonna have to give Drake gangsterism, because he's not all flowers and berries. But let's continue. 2017. Kendrick Lamar. Flowers and berries. Okay, it's 18-11. Right now, it's 18-11. 2018. That's Drake again. That's the Scorpion. That's my favorite album, the Scorpion album. All right, so now it's 18-12. Now it's 18-12. 2019. We can't do Taylor Swift. It doesn't count. 2019. Nope, it's not. Just give me what the fuck I want. Just give me what I want. Post Malone. Whew, everything he put out was on fire. Whoo, hey, Post Malone is not flowers and berries. Post Malone is not flowers and berries, y'all. I'm sorry. Post Malone is not flowers and berries. Post Malone is not flowers and berries. He's going to the gangster side. I'm sorry. Post Malone goes to the gangster side. Y'all bugging. I'm sorry. I have this album. It's a phenomenal album. 19-12. 19-12. 19-12. Let's go 2020. 2020. Was it Juice WRLD? Wow. Was that Juice WRLD? That doesn't sound like flowers and berries. That doesn't sound like flowers and berries, y'all. That does not sound like flowers and berries if it's Juice World. Yeah, Juice World. That's that goes to gangster, y'all, because he's a druggie. Sorry, he's a druggie. He goes to gangster. That's not flowers and berries. Hey, post. Yeah, he was emo, but I'm putting it on gangster. So everything he put out was gold. Everything he put out was gold. All right, 2021. It's either gonna be Drake, Future, or Playboi Carti. Who is this? Wow, Moneybagg Yo was the best-selling artist. His album 2021. That's definitely gangster. 21 to 12. 2022. Gunna. That's definitely gangster. Let's not do this. 22 to 12. 2023. That's Drake again. I'll give it to y'all, flowers and berries. 22 to 13. 22 to 13. Okay. 2024. It has to be Lil Uzi. Nope. It was Metro's We Don't Trust You. It was Metro's We Don't Trust You. Metro Boomin and Future and them are not flowers and berries. Can we agree to that? Well, you know who Moneybagg Yo is? Hey, he kind of came and went. He had a little run. So we agree that Future and Metro are not flowers and berries. Yeah. All right. So they go to the gangster side. 23 to 13 since 1987. So it went from gangster to drugs, gangster to trap to drugs. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Hey, we're not gonna do this. Well, Diddy, come on, man. Come on. I fucks with Uzi. Come on, don't do this, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do me like this, bro. Listen, don't do me like this. I fucks with Uzi. I fucks with Eternal Ataki. I fucks with it. All right. So we got gangster, the gangster trap drug section 23 to the flowers and berries 13 since 1987 until 2024. Okay. That's 36 years of hip hop. From 87 to 2024. Right? It's 36 years. That's 36. See, you can understand. I can too. All right. So I think my point was made. I think my point was made. I think I've proven my point. Because once again, the market wants guns, drugs, sex, all that stuff. Okay. Now, how we got here is up for anyone's guess. I would lean to AM1's points, social engineering. I'd agree. You know, the balance was definitely shifted after 2000. I would say this is when the shift took place. I'm sorry. Once again, what is your point, Most High? Matter of fact, how about I'm gonna do you? Hold up. I got you. Here you go. Wait. Here you go. Since you got so much to say, please get your ass up here. That link is for Most High only. A matter of fact, no, I'll do you one better. Anybody that disagrees with what I'm saying, get your ass up here. That's for anybody. Get your ass up here if you disagree with what I'm saying. I just showed you that the market over 36 years prefers murder, sex, kill, drugs, whole rap versus flowers and berries. How did I not make my point? How did I not make my point? Old market, young, middle market, young market. Everybody's market wants the not so nice stuff. How did I not prove my point? How did I not prove my point? The market wants what it wants. I just showed you the market wants. Yeah, don't get scared now. No. Matter of fact, some of y'all phones are slow. Let me repost it again. There you go. Some of y'all phones are a little slow. I know iPhones can be, problematic, can be a little testy at times. It's all good. It's all good. I ain't gonna overtalk you. I'm not gonna mute you. I'm not gonna do all that shit that these other mofos do on these panels. I'm not gonna do you like that. Exactly, Club Fortune. That's all I'm saying. Like, you're mad because the market you does not apply to you. You've aged out of it. How can I complain about what 18 to 35-year-olds want to listen to? I'll be 50 this year. What I look like complaining about what these YNs want? NBA YoungBoy is out of federal prison. Do you understand? They flew. Hold up. Let me show y'all what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Hold up. I'm trying to show something. Let me explain something to y'all real quick. YoungBoy. Hold up. Let me show y'all something real quick. Hold up. Let me find it. Do you see this shit? This is NBA YoungBoy. Out of federal prison. This is how they came and got him. This is how they came. This is how he got out. This is how they came to get him out of prison. Do you understand? They came to get NBA YoungBoy on some goddamn Army Chinooks.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BREAD.
They flew in Army Chinooks to come get this kid. Okay? What are we talking about? Okay? This kid flew out of prison onto an Army Chinook. Do you understand? Like, his demographic don't want to hear from y'all. Okay? His fan base don't want to hear from y'all. Okay? That's how they came to get him. Okay, he's on an Army Chinook. He's on a Chinook helicopter. Okay? Yes, by all means, please, yes. When's the last time you saw a rap nigga get out of federal prison and get onto a Chinook helicopter and get flown somewhere? Come on, man. This is not your fan base. This is not y'all's music. Let's not do this. See, Dr. Doug, I'm trying to explain. I wish you were here like 20 minutes ago. Let me just say this. This is how we got here. Let me play the clip that got us all here. Okay? Y'all can blame old ass, hating ass, Eric Sermon, EPMD. Okay? This is how we got here. Hold up. Fortune, what's good, bruh? Oh shit.
Man, I don't know where to start with this. But yes, I agree with some of the points where it's like, yes, hip hop was a lot more balanced then. But where I have a problem with AM1 and Most High's argument, they're saying that there's no balance in hip hop. I bet you neither of them can name a positive rapper. I can give you two right off the bat that I still listen to this day.
Okay.
In which Tyron and Aomari is one I listen to. They released a new album this year. And a rapper named Jay Prince, who came out since the Chief Keef era. And then the second thing that I'm going to call out is that rap with these old dinosaurs, especially Ghostface Willie D, not Ghostface, Scarface Willie D and EPMD, is that hip hop, like other genres, have year peaks. It's like there are certain rappers are hot for certain years. Certain people have primes.
Okay.
And some of them, the primes end. That's happened with every genre, and I'm not sure what all these people are getting at when they're crapping on the youth, because how is it different than people were on the next of Bone Thugs and Harmony and I want to say maybe like 3 6 Mafia back when they were doing their thing. This is no different. But yet they're gonna heavily emphasize social engineering, or they're just going to complain about, it's just moving the goalpost, considering that this has happened in every other genre. Like with rock, yes, Rolling Stones have a dedicated fan base, but guess what? They're not the hot thing now. People are listening to rock groups like Poppy, or that's the problem that I had, the inconsistency of that approach. But I'll let AM1 rock.
Okay, bro.
Because it seems he has a lot to say.
What's up? You heard me?
Hey, what's good? What's good? Hey, we out here thirst trapping the ladies and shit. I get it. It's summer's coming up. I get it.
It's hot. I'm in Vegas, fam. It's hot as shit.
I feel you, dog. Okay, so what did I get wrong?
Sly, I don't know what it is, but you older than me, you a grown ass man, you know better than this. If you grew up listening to hip hop like I do, you a father, if you care about black folks like I think you do, then we can't play these games. We cannot advocate for nigga shit music that has been weaponized against our people, socially engineered against our people. And I say this being a lifelong hip hop fan, lover, it literally built my career. I built my career out of fucking with hip hop shit since I was way too young to be listening to all the short and ratchet ass shit, from Egyptian Lover back in the day, Fat Boys, to everything you listed in that whole walk through history. I lived that whole timeline because I had older brother and older cousin, so I was like 6 to 8 years in advance learning this stuff. And I had an uncle in the music industry who was going to shows at a very young age, very much exposed to this shit, and watched it grow, watched it be very much diverse. Hip hop from the streets, of course, is going to embody negativity, nigga shit, everything that comes with the fuckery of the streets out of New York, and as it expanded everywhere else, the darker sides of black culture, blah blah blah. All of that is absolutely a part of hip hop, a part of rap. However, to the point we already know and pointed out, we've had this discussion, we know when the record executives get their hands on it, sink their claws in it. They've had, legendary stories about meetings where they said, we're going to streamline people into prisons by hyping up this shit, or at the very least, we're going to use these as product placements for alcohol and clothing line brands. We know all of this stuff, so we can't play these games. So no, the market demand, generations in from the dope era, the era of babies who had babies who had babies, crack babies who had babies, generational arrested development, and then talk about this is what the market is demanding, really, to the tune of more and more ratchet ass thuggery, dumb ass shit. Meanwhile, we're so oppressed, blah blah blah. Again, I'm from Oakland, civil rights era, grew up with all that shit, people drumming that in my mind of we need to fight back and we need to uplift our people, only to see people put entertainment before the actuality of, we're our own worst enemy because we care more about dumb ass entertainment shit. And this is coming from somebody who lived it and loved it. I'm willing to torch all of that shit and say, throw it all away because we're not smart enough to figure out how it's been used against us. And we want to actually uplift the very death culture dumb shit. Yes, some of it was back then, but now it's more prominent. You just walked us through the whole history of how it got flipped on us and made more prominent from what, 89 you started all the way to 2025, way more YN ratchet ass nigga shit music. And then we say, well, they figured out how to use social media, what, to pump more talentless cookie cutter microwave music, and we're gonna big that up. I mean, fine, if we're just all about making money off nigga shit at the detriment of your children's generation. I don't have children, y'all got to eat that. But I'm realistic enough to say, look, shit, throw it all away, it's all trash.
Here's what I would say. Okay, I respect your point, but my thing is, how am I advocating for letting the youth it's their turn? Like, I understand it. Everything is cyclical. Everybody has their time to shine. It's just their turn. I'm not so wrapped up in like the music.
So we don't care.
Message,
so us OGs approaching 50, some of us fathers. So again, this is not beyond me and you. This is collectively, if we get millions of men out here who are our age, Gen Xers who live through hip hop, stand back and say, well, sure, it's very dangerous from a social engineering standpoint. We clearly see what these labels are doing to give these 360 deals and specifically extract the most niggified rappers, give them contracts, and then they end up dead a couple of years from now. They're literally talking about killing each other and making it be a sport out of it. But, you know, they got it. It's their thing. And we're going to stand back and act like we're men and leaders and try to like let that rock? Come on, man.
But it was
I can't wrap my mind around it.
It was our era that put into these kids' heads money over everything. It was our era that made dope dealing cool. Like, we brought that to the forefront to everybody. Say, hey, look, this is what we get in. So now you got these kids. We've programmed these kids into saying, okay, this is the lifestyle we need to do. They've taken the baton. They ran it up a notch.
Yes. Now that's exactly why it's on us to correct that. The very last thing we want to do is stand back and say, oh, y'all got it and it's cool. Or if we're going to play that game, and you already know my stance on it, if we're going to play that game, I never want to hear anything about black folks being oppressed by some other groups or this, that, and the third. All the nigga shit gets to rock, then cool. Biden, Trump, everybody gets to stampede over us. It's game over. All the things you want to say about generational wealth gap, gender war decline, yes, all that. We got to eat all that because we care so much about entertainment that, yes, we set them up for failure with the hip hop shit. We let the labels fuck it up over a good 35-year period, and we didn't set it straight, and we won't set it straight now, approaching our 50s, grown ass men. Then yeah, we're fucking doomed. We're cooked. Black America's cooked, and we let our own culture shit get weaponized against us. We got to eat that. We're the last line of defense, but we ain't defending it. Stop it, fam. No.
Most High, what's happening?
Peace. Yo.
Okay, brother. What did I get wrong?
Respect, first and foremost, respect to you, number one. I wouldn't even be here if I didn't respect your content. I done seen you on Star Report. You put me on the mad other content creators. So I'm always gonna give you a respect. I'm just surprised at your perspective. I saw your comment on IG. I almost said, yo, Sly, you wilding on IG. Respectfully, you heard? Now, this is my thing. I'm 51 years old. I'm from New York. Definitely a hip hop practitioner, lover of the culture, music lover, everything. I love black people still, all that, right? Now, my thing is, when we got to this level of the conversation was you said a little earlier in the stream that we always clamored, it always sold more. The gangster stuff always sold more. That was the reason that you even went back to go to the billboards or to the higher selling albums at the time in the 80s, from 87 on, from EPMD's era on. So that's the sole reason why you even went back, because you were getting pushback in the chat from me and AM respectfully, and maybe of one or two others. So it was just to say that back in the days, yes, there was a slight influence of more violent hip hop, quote unquote gangster rap, if you will, but there was way more variety and way more party centric, way more knowledge centric, and skill laden aspects of hip hop. Whether it meant the dancing aspect, Rakim is the greatest rapper of all time. He made it a point to have songs that made you dance while he still had bars, he still had content and substance in his lyrics, right? I know I'm going back far, but again, the original premise was you said that we always in hip hop's history catered more towards or clamored more towards the violent aspects. That did not start happening until the 90s. And upon your research, even in the 90s, it took a while to make a shift to the majority of the negativity, right? So we all come from some type of inner city, or the majority of us come from some type of inner city. That's understood. But at the same time, we all know that the lines have been blurred, and Black culture is what is considered, unfortunately, what modern hip hop is now. So modern hip hop culture, unfortunately, is the symbol and the representative for what Black culture is now. When I was growing up in the late 70s or 80s, it wasn't like that. So who cares? Not to say who cares, but this argument is not to shed light on the what goes on behind closed doors in the entertainment industry. It went on back then, it's going on now. But even the craziness that was going on behind closed doors, almost Diddy level, the artists did not reflect that in their music. So you getting Diddy stories now, and y'all niggas is killing people, and y'all getting federal charges. We can't be condoning this, God. We cannot be. We cannot be. And again, just like the brother said, right? I don't glaze nobody, but right is right. We went astray way too far. We've been too accepting. I know you said you coach, sir. You're always in contact with the youth. I salute your efforts, and I salute you backing away and not being, domineering when you're trying to interject some type of reasoning into their thought process when they might be young and impulsive. But we need the OGs and the older dudes, the unks and all that, the step pops, whoever. Yo, young guard, y'all wilding right now. You know what that's going to end you up at? Yeah, but you don't know. You never been in the street. I know, because I had a damn job all this time and I never wanted to go to jail. There should never be no shame in you telling that. You mean to tell me I can't reach out to, I got to be Big U, go to jail? No disrespect to him, but I'm giving you the template. A youth won't listen to me because I had a job all my life and I didn't go to jail. That's the objective. Even if you're doing crime, the objective is not to end up in jail. These are jail carols. These are go straight to jail free cards nowadays.
Okay. Perfectly said. But what was the movie? Robert De Niro, the daddy, young Colangelo, and what the daddy?
Yes, sir. Bronx Tale.
Okay, and he was enamored with the gangster. He didn't see value in his daddy going to work. His daddy was like, you know what's a tough guy? Go to work every day. That job you don't like. Here's my thing. I've seen too much of Scarface, EPMD, these old heads like talking down, berating, belittling the accomplishments of the youth. You may not like what they're doing, but if this is their way out, how they express themselves, the last thing they want to hear from some old head like, well, you should do it like this. You're not doing it right. Let me show you how to do it. Back in my day, they're automatically turned off. That's my biggest gripe with the old heads is like, how are you talking to these kids the same way your old heads talk to you? You shut them out. And now it seems like because they're doing something in this business you couldn't do, work around gatekeepers, work the internet, work the social media, things that are foreign to these old heads. Now these young kids experience a level of success these old heads never had. And it seems like there's a bit of jealousy in that. If I'm wrong, let me know.
I disagree. Most of these rappers nowadays, you already know they got a quicker expiration date than any of the old rappers. Back in the days, the old rappers' golden age, and I'm not just waxing poetic, these are facts. If you got 5 good years out of your career, like most of the legends did, they got 5 good prime years. The majority of these dudes have not gotten prime. You can name Drake, yes, you could do that. Some of these guys have had names, but they not to the level of EPMD. And what I heard Eric Sermon say was, the music is probably not going to age well when they hit their 40s and 50s because of the subject matter. I've heard that before. So let's say the old R&B groups, because they're our predecessors or whatever the case is, when they were 60 and 70, behind the scenes, have they been messy? Most of them have been. Temptations, on and on. But have they still been touring, singing them same damn love songs? Yes, they have. Them same damn love songs are getting them residuals still, are allowing them to tour still, getting them streams and sales still, right? So songs they made as teens are still paying them. it remains to be seen if the new generation, teens and early 20 cats, right, and maybe early 30 cats, if their music is going to stand the test of time. So when they're in their late 50s, 60s, and 70s, are they going to still be able to tour? Are they still going to have the same type of residuals and revenue coming in from their catalog when they were younger? Because we have yet to see super gangster lyrics, murder, death, kill, have real longevity. Right now, Love, Flowers and Berries have more longevity than you talking about murder, death, kill. You probably gonna end up dead kicking that shit, pardon the language, or you're going to end up in jail. You're going to end up with a RICO. We didn't see this RICO stuff in the 80s and 90s. When the gangsterism started to become more prevalent and dudes started living what they were spitting, or their record labels or their investors started to be those gangsters and come out and want to show for the camera that they was gangsters, guess what? Suge Knight, Murder Inc. Federal investigations or whatever. So soon as the music made that turn to negativity, it brought everything negative associated with the negativity and the streets and the criminality with it. Jail, death, and demoralizing the culture. Demoralizing is a bad word, but I think you get the point. I think it had we all know it had a negative effect.
I'd like to interject with that point. I respect your point, but I have a little bit of a counter to that. The death culture has been in hip hop since the mid '90s. I mean, you have UNLV, you have Scott LaRock. Yes, I know Scott LaRock was technically positive, but it was still part of that street culture. You have Pac, you have Biggie, you have Big L. And I know Punch wasn't with murder, but well, I'm not gonna pun that. That'd be disingenuous. But I would say Big L, you had Soldier Slim. You have loads and loads of rappers that have died through gun violence, and nothing has changed.
You proving my point. Who was dying during the Rob Bass era? Who was dying during the Big Daddy Kane era? Who was dying during the Brand Nubian era? Who was dying during the Flowers and Berries Tribe Called Quest era? Very minimal in terms from. So the main
MC from the
and we started this from EPMD. I just want this last point. This started because of him saying, and Eric wasn't even saying it in a way that he was being boisterous or demonstrative or anything. This is Eric's sermon, laid back, and that's how he delivered this message. It was an observation and a criticism, but he wasn't being bombastic and overly critical, right? We're talking about the energy in which he delivered this message on this post that we're talking about. So he was being observant, critical yet observant, and not critical to the extent that you could feel like he was trying to sun the young cats, or none of that. His tone was very even and all that. So we're talking about from the Eric Sermon EPMD era into what hip hop became. And it took Sly until the mid 90s to the late 90s to show that there was even a disparity in Flowers and Berries, partying, artistic aspects of hip hop, until the gangsterism started to oversaturate the genre. Yes, Snoop Dogg. Yes, NWA. And let me use NWA as an example, a perfect example. NWA crumbled after Ice Cube left because he was the only lyricist. He was writing his lyrics and Eazy-E's lyrics, right? So he went from being a gangster rapper who made a persona for himself that wasn't gangster and went and turned quote unquote positive, and he became a bigger star. So gangster rap took a big hit.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. I mean,
it did though.
Gangsta Nation won Bob.
Bigger than NWA. NWA dissipated. It disappeared. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Ice Cube became who he is right now because of the transition he made. He had a broader appeal than just being a gangster. As soon as he made that, whether it was Fugazi or not, as soon as he became pro-black and he joined the Nation of Islam and cut his hair, that's when his career skyrocketed and added on to the artistic value of hip hop and helped solidify the West Coast. And I'm an East Coast dude, and I'm not a hater. So there's no way you could dispute that. NWA died. Eazy-E, rest in peace. No disrespect to him. He was holding on as an artist. He was not a lyricist. He was not better than Ice Cube. Did he have an appeal? Yes. But NWA finished. Eazy-E was nowhere as big as Ice Cube. I'm sorry for being long-winded, but I had to prove a point. Us black people, we became way too accepting of this crap. Way too accepting. And them other people, they know how much of an influence the word entertainment alone has its own connotations. So we got to stop rewarding bad behavior. It has to stop somewhere. I'm corny like that. I'm pro-black like that. I'm still one of them dudes. No matter what anybody says, I'm 100% official. I refuse to let this continue. If I can stop it by the snap of a finger, I'll do it. If I got to join some to really push forth the effort to make sure this has to have a opposite, an opposing force against it, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll put my name to it. It's a must. Respect to y'all for being long-winded. My apologies.
Hey, no, you all good. I got 2 quick points. To your Ice Cube point, that may all be true, but the energy that NWA left was still there, and it kind of it simmered until it got fed, and until it grew into something that out of our control. The second point I wanted to say, as far as the youth, they don't care about longevity as far as the music. Their music, they understand, they got a short shelf life, they believe in it. To them, it's almost like a badge of honor to not be an old nigga to a certain extent. So Eric's point is falling on deaf ears. You can't talk life into somebody that already says, I'm gonna be dead by the time I'm 21. The music reflects it. His energy, he puts that out there. He attracts that type of energy. So you have a demographic of a generation that don't want to live long enough to see the lyrics age badly to a certain extent. You can't talk to those type. You weren't going to sit down with King Von and say, "Hey Von, stop doing what you're doing." He was already on his path. That's the path he chose. That's the path he wanted to be on. And that demographic of kids, young men, there's no talking them out of it. You just have to accept it. This is what they want for their lives. Short, a bright burnout, but that's about it.
And I'm just going to briefly touch on 2 counter arguments. With the Ice Cube, yes, he had the conscious element to him, but he never strayed away from gangster rap, though. He always had an element of gangster songs with all of his albums. I mean, especially his 2006 album, which was I'm trying to remember. It was Laugh Now, Cry Later. He still maintained that gangster element. But another thing also too is that with a lot of the youth, they're seeing some of that tragedy, some of the sex, drugs, and murder. And you're trying to tell them that, hey, we're going to shame you because of some of the things that you've seen in your life. That wouldn't make any real true sense, but I'm gonna let you all speak.
Ty City, what you got on this, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I can go?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All you.
All right. So this notion where it's just like gangster rap dominated the whole time is just not true. Not true at all.
Wait, before you cook, my point was the market, for the most part, prefers the gangsterism, the trapism, the drugism, that part of hip hop as opposed to the positive side of it. That was my initial point.
Yeah, but I get what your point is. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know my stance, bro. There has never been an era where the only option that you had was gangster rap.
Fair.
Never. It has never been the only choice that people had. You know what I'm saying? I think what we do is we take the agency out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there has been plenty of successful people outside of gangster rap. Gangster rap has not dominated how people think it has. Are we talking about how many records Will Smith sold?
Stupid.
What era was that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we start putting, you don't think Common sold records? What era was that? J. Cole sold records. What era was that? You see what I'm saying? Like, there has never been, you know, even all the way earlier where people act like it was just a bunch of conscious rap. What year did Ice-T drop?
86?
Before I was born. Gangster rap. before NWA.
Schoolie D.
Schoolie D out of Philly. Yeah. Schoolie D. Yeah, he was the first. Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, no, it just got like this. But another thing too is with the artist dying is the gang element. All right. A lot of that's a force outside of music. So
wait now. Now that's a part of the element that hip hop kind of pulled in to give them credibility.
That's right.
Like,
that's the point.
Once you brought that in, it's like, okay, I'm official because of who I represent, whatever the case may. I mean, LA is still dealing with that because of the stigma, with the gang stigma. So
right, but that's what I'm saying. So listen, the gang element, when you say, okay, how many who died during this era? Who died during this era? It was West Coast rappers taking the L. They was dying. A whole lot of people was dying. And we talking about mainly what you were seeing was security getting involved with each other. Now you seeing just straight artists crashing into each other. People was dying.
But the problem is this. Is people love to compare hip hop to other genres of music. You don't see this in other genres of music. This is why part of the problem for hip hop.
You don't.
This is a music for angry children, and I say that respectfully because, given the conditions and the plight that hip hop was born out of, that shit does not end well for a lot of people.
Yo,
right. So angry children, right? So other genres. How many heroin addicts came out of the grunge scene?
That's where I'm going.
How many people died on ecstasy with EDC music? EDM music. But this is what I'm saying. But again, it's the gang element. If they was doing country music, they'll be killing each other. It's the gang element.
No.
Yes, bro. These are straight gang members running into each other. Even if they wasn't doing music, they'll be killing each other.
But it's not supposed to affect the music the way it's affecting. It shouldn't have its imprint on the music per se.
It's exacerbating the problem. It's multiplying the problem. The gang element.
Okay, let's do this. Because the violence is not new. This ain't a new phenomenon, right?
It's increased though. You like just said it. More rappers are killing each other.
It's more gang. It's more gang affiliated. That's what I'm saying now. It's more gang affiliated,
and it's more violent now. A direct correlation, sir. A direct correlation. Ops. Ops is the operative word. Ops means your enemies.
When I see again, because
rival gangs, not sucker MCs. Rival games.
Another part of this is the social media and the attention and the way information spread, right? Take Tupac and them, right? Tupac and them get into it in Vegas. Do you know how much street shit happened that people don't even know about? You know how many, all of LA was on fire. This ain't like a new phenomena. It's just not.
No, it's not. But it's taking.
And I'm saying it was worse. It was probably worse back then. But we talking about. We talking about whole police departments working with fucking record labels and gangs. Like, bro, it was horrible. This ain't no new phenomena.
I think it's expanded to more than just local police departments now. I think it really is more agency based and all that. I think there are more industry plants now, so to speak now. And if they're not industry plants, that means the artists that are out now are suiting the prevalent agenda. And it's working fine. For real. The gang aspect has multiplied and exacerbated whatever problem that hip hop had with violence. it exacerbated it. It made it worse. It did. All the terminology that's used the most, the prevalent slang of now is op, is YN, young nigga. Young nigga don't mean nothing good in slang. It pretty much means demon time gang member. Ignorant demon time gang member.
I don't use op.
But it's now the slang is op is probably getting played out. So it's transforming into another form of slang now. It's about that time. We tend to switch up slang and dances pretty often. So it's time for a new dance. It's gritty is out, op is out now. It's time for a new dance and new terminology or whatever the case is. We thrive off of negativity. We make listen, we the best and the worst. We make the most negative shit cool, and we can make the most positive shit cool.
Hey, when is crip walking gonna get phased out? Because I just seen that on the.
Never. No.
Let me do this. Let me walk this down. Let me walk this down correctly. What generation gave us gangbanging?
That would be the second generation, the second coming of hip hop.
Late 80s.
Right? Yeah.
Boomers?
Yeah, they would be boomers, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Bambaataa from a gang. They were all gang affiliated. But in their defense, it wasn't their leading play. Like, you knew they were affiliated if you knew. They didn't walk in the door saying, "Hey, this is my set."
Come on, man, colors. That nigga 60 something.
Yo, Sly,
that nigga 60
I'm from New York, right?
Hear me out, because the reason why I joined this live stream, because I can't let y'all say the old heads is the solution.
I'm not saying they're the solution. Go ahead,
no,
Mosai.
I came to back you up, bro.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. I
want these old dudes out of here.
Well, Most High, let me ask you: do you see how we see the old heads as the problem?
Now, let me say this though, right? Why would you not?
Have a problem if they're making money either.
I didn't hear that. My bad. What he said?
I said the old heads don't have a problem with what the young dudes doing if they able to make a profit off of it.
I don't even think that's what it is. I think that literally, when the shift came in terms of what's accepted as subject matter and content, again, the whole tone of what Eric Sermon was saying was not something of being overly criticized, of being overly critical.
Who is his protege? Who is his protege? What's his example of the future that he presented to people?
Well, guess what? Eric Sermon's protege, I don't know. Could you say Redman? Could you say Keith Murray or something like that?
No.
His protege?
Well,
who did he put
Ty
on?
City's point, like, give me an example of Eric Sermon saying, "Hey, this is my version of what hip hop should be. Like, here's my new artist. This is how. See how I'm grooming
this is
him.
the direction we need to be moving."
Yeah.
Yes. Everything I learned, I just packaged for him to take to the future. Yeah. You don't have that. You get Whack 100 old ass with Blueface.
So let me say this, right? So basically what's being said here is there's a energy that's being pushed, even if it's an old head like Whack 100.
Old niggas is the problem. I'm telling you.
No. I won't say that. No. You can't say that. Because Eric Sermon ain't kicking the same thing Whack 100 saying. You can't compare the two.
Eric Sermon not even active in the industry to even make. All he got is opinions.
Yes. How do you know he's not?
Who's his artist right now? Give me his artist.
I personally don't know, but if you don't know, I don't know. But yet and still,
nobody.
Huh?
It ain't nobody.
So watch this.
Hold up, Ty. Let me make his point.
That does not mean he's not involved in the actual industry in and of itself. That sounds ridiculous.
Okay, how's he contributing?
But yeah, I agree with Ty Most High. If you're gonna make a critique of something and say, okay, whatever you're doing is not working, Let me show you how it should sound and look like the new version of
He already
what I'm
laid
talking
the example. He laid the example already.
Yeah, but I will want to see it in the physical. Like, I don't want to hear what you think your opinion should, how these kids should. I want to see a product. Like, give me give me your counter product to what's being pushed out.
I'm gonna say this: if I'm Eric Sermon, I'm gonna say, yo, you show me, you be the example of who I was doing what it is that you do. Because he just said he doesn't see longevity in the subject matter and the energy where hip hop is currently at, or what hip hop became. He could say at 50 something, 60 years old, whatever I was kicking or whatever energy I was putting forth, we still around to spit that. He's saying, I don't know if your subject matter and your music is going to age well enough that they're even going to have careers by the time they're 50 and 60.
Hold on. Let me say this. The young guys who do things on their own, they don't have to.
They don't have to. Yeah.
They don't have to. Why? Like, why? Just because you old?
No. Old and successful. The context is that. That's the whole thing. I'm Eric Sermon. Yeah, I'm an old nigga, but I'm the forefather of what it is that you're doing. Now let's just say this too. EPMD. Let me finish real quick. EPMD wasn't flowers. Oh, let me finish. I got you. Give me 2 minutes. EPMD wasn't all flowers and berries, Sly. They was a little aggressive. They was a little pack of take total control when I'm pack of 9 when it's time to roll. So they had their little texts and this and that. They probably helped finesse get some of that into the industry or into the conversation. So let's say that. So, but what I'm saying is, it's over the top. And we all just agreed that gangs are more prevalent than they ever were. Yes, they were. Yes, they are now, of course. Gangs weren't prevalent until the late 80s. And the gangster that we know it didn't become hyper gangster shit until the late 90s or into the mid 90s or whatever. So we talking about somebody who, yes, they had multiple aspects to who they were as an artist. There was that street toughness. There was that wordplay aspect. There was a way to keep people dancing or whatever the case is, tell stories. Slick Rick went to jail and he checked all the boxes off in terms of, I really shot this dude. You feel me? So what we saying?
Listen,
but there's a limit. It got too crazy.
No, it didn't. There's always been a range. It's still a range. It's always been a range. And I think that a lot of, no offense to you, bro, but I think that a lot of older cats, they stop listening to new music. Like we talking about right now, we got Currency, Primo, you have all these different artists. And then you still got the hard shit. It's always been a range since the beginning.
Let me add to that point, Most High. The metric for success for these young kids way different than old heads. These kids don't have to. Hip hop doesn't have to work for them. They got social media. This is why you hear Scarface complaining and whining about how they're able to do this offline, off without a label and stuff. It's like they found another way to be successful and not have to put their all into the hip hop. Like it's just another check for them at this point. So, and when I hear old heads like kind of denigrate that part of it, it's like, no, that was your only way out. They have they got the social media, they got the internet. It's freed them of bondage that the old heads didn't have to go through to be successful per se. It's like you're disrespecting how they get their money and how they got their success and their fan base when no one judged how the old heads, well, y'all signed a fucked up contract. Well, that's your fault. Don't come to us tell us how to do our work. They found a workaround that the old heads had to go through for these young kids to run. And
the street revenue is worse now, sir. We know that. You feel me? So there's no disparity. There's been no change. The new dudes ripped off more than the old dudes was.
Okay,
this what I'm saying.
These young rappers are on podcasts, get millions of streams. They get streaming deals. They don't need to have to go into the microphone and bust the best 16 lyrics of their life. They don't have
them. A lot of them illusions of wealth. Isn't that one of your main topics and all that? Illusions of wealth, sir. I watch. You feel me? Salute to you. So you know I watch. You know I watch. Money phones. The money don't even be real.
Listen, the most independent guys are making the most money.
Correct. I know some personally, but it's a small majority.
They're
or minority, rather.
They're doing it without. But my thing is this, right? Because the old dudes, they do got to get out. Make no mistake about it. They've been out so long that all they got is old ideas. You know,
that's horrible logic. That's horrible logic.
No, it's not. I'm telling you right now.
EPMD don't say the Temptations got to go somewhere.
Who did they put on?
I just gave you names. What you mean?
Who did they?
Redman is still eating.
Give me the person where you said okay. You said what?
Redman is still eating off of EPMD. If Keith Murray stopped messing with the dust or whatever he messing with, he can have a successful touring career again.
I'm not talking about them. I'm saying that, okay, like I said, like you got Whack 100, you got Blueface, all right? You got
Mace,
who
Mace
else?
With Fabio Foreign, he did right by that.
Yep, Mace, Fabio Foreign. Yep. You got all these. They are pushing who they believe should be the. They're not just giving their opinion. All right, they, like a good example with Fabio Foreign. It works. What works for the future, other than y'all can hear me some more. You see what I'm saying?
So Most High, my question to you is to piggyback off what Ty said. Why do we not see more older artists scoop up the young, groom them, show them the do's and don'ts, how to do this, coupled with their ability to get on social media and promote themselves without having to go to a label per se? How come we don't see more of that?
I think that a lot of, I think we've already spoken to the answer. A lot of these old artists might be what do we call, what's the name of that? Jilted or disenchanted with the industry or whatever. Some of them don't have the money or resources or the energy to dip their toe back into the industry, to be honest. They don't have the money. They probably didn't earn all the money they were supposed to. So what type of money would you have to put on another artist and invest in them when you don't got enough money to eat and save and all that? We've heard too many stories about that.
So that's why I said, why are you the person to listen to if you can't get out of that situation?
Now watch this. Now let me tell you this. I'm the person to listen to if I went through it in my era, and the majority from the Snoop Dogs on down are complaining about the disparities and the iniquities in the streaming and the streaming revenue. So this is a new jerk. It's a new play on black artists. Man, basically,
the brand deals is crazy. Hold on. Lil Yachty got far more money out of endorsements.
Little Yachty.
Yeah, Lil Yachty.
Minority. Keep going. It's a minority.
What I'm saying is he didn't do a lot of streams. He didn't sell a lot of records.
You just name one person, right? And guess what? The OG artist, like a Snoop Dogg, watch this. If Snoop Dogg don't, I'm gonna agree with you. If Snoop Dogg don't sell, it don't stream to the capacity that let me finish real quick. If Snoop Dogg does not sell or stream to the capacity that his brand would lead you to believe it could, watch what else is gonna happen with Snoop. Since you're making the same comparison, he's gonna end up on Family Feud. He's gonna end up on some type of game show. So he's flipping the game.
Crops, alcohol. Yeah,
exactly. So anybody who's a name and is savvy enough, they can make money outside of music. It's been proven over time. Endorsements, that has been going on. Run DMC, all that. We know this. The problem is the subject matter has become a cesspool for the most part, male and female. There was more choice. There was more diversity back in the days. It is primarily.
Why you keep saying that?
Because it's been proven, sir. He just proved it.
No, it's not proven.
He proved it. He went back to the 80s and started naming who was selling what. And let me throw this in there too, Sly. Remember back in the days, it was cool to go gold. It was cool to go platinum. But just because you got to let me finish. Just in respect to you, my bad, because I do get loud. I'm a Brooklyn dude.
No,
so my bad. So check this out. Back in the days, the record sales were skewed too. Why? Because there was a massive bootlegging. That's number one. And number two, hip hop was still in its growing stages, and record sales did not always dictate the impact that artists had during that time. It's a whole fact. Now, also too, mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, there were massive hip hop artist tours. You do not have that anymore. And if you do, it's only two places. Yes, Rolling Loud, South by Southwest, but it's just not hip hop artists on there. Back in the 80s, the Fresh Fest, Budweiser Super Fest, things of that nature, nothing but hip hop lineups back in those days. So let me just clarify. Again, there's a disparity because even in those early Fresh Fest, Budweiser Superfest, hip-hop artists were getting blessed to be able to perform next to Confunction, next to other R&B and funk artists at that time. Sly, am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, great points. You brought back some memories on that.
Yeah, rock the bells.
Listen, so what I'm saying is, again, we have yet to see, even if the young dudes, we don't care about longevity will live for now. But let's say some of y'all young dudes end up living to 50 years old.
You ever heard of Rolling Loud?
Like I said, Rolling Loud, South by Southwest, I get that. But those two platforms, especially South by Southwest, are not hip-hop exclusive or urban exclusive platforms anymore or showcases anymore. Back in those days, it was strictly hip-hop, which was black, urban-centric performers. And if it was Fresh Fest, it was nothing but hip hop. If it was Budweiser Superfest or something like that, it was primarily R&B, soul, and funk bands that were popular. And since rap was just gaining popularity, if you were a Run DMC, if you were a Joe Cooley, if you were somebody in that EPMD, maybe you were good enough that you could sell some tickets and for the Budweiser Superfest and get that crowd in, and you was gonna open the show. You was going nowhere near the end. You was opening the show at that time. So what I'm saying is, again and again, there were gangs tearing up the club and the venue in the 80s and in the mid 80s and the late 80s. Dudes are getting killed at Run DMC concerts, stampedes, all that. So the gang element was always prevalent, but the music did not identify verbally with the gang element. Over time, late 80s, early 90s, slow trickle. By the mid 90s, now we trying to cook with some grease. Late 90s, we got Baby Kissing Wayne or whatever the case is. And that aspect.
Late 90s,
yeah.
We got
it was on.
Okay,
it was on. Materialism, right? Fly Gangster. Fly Gangsterness in the late 80s, the late 90s, and hood gangsterness in the late 90s was on the come up and battling for supremacy. But there were still artists that were not really focused upon that were selling records still.
A lot of records.
So my point, and I think to an extent we kind of agree in the major points is, but Sly, my major point is, I know it's hard. I used to coach basketball, right? At my job, I'm a supervisor. The majority of the people that I work with or that are my so-called subordinates are young enough to be my children, right? I meet them halfway, and I do my best to be an elder, not an old nigga. Old nigga comes with a whole different terminology. I'd rather, if you want to call me Unc, I'll be Unc. That's a more term of endearment.
Let me see. Where do you put artists like Nelly and Ludacris, who sold millions of records?
Those are artists, literal artists that don't care about nothing.
In this grand scheme of gangster rap took over. Because then at the same time, I said, where do you put them in this grand scheme of gangster rap took over?
They were great artists in a forgotten time. They were forgotten artists during a great time, rather. So when I say forgotten, everybody knows Nelly, everybody knows Luda, right? But the thing is, they did not identify, you know, except for some lines here and there, whatever.
Listen. Let me talk real quick, because then even during that time, you had the Roots doing numbers.
Facts.
Common
Did they
doing
really
numbers.
do numbers? The Roots.
Yes, bro.
The Roots crossed over, Sly.
Yeah, bro.
The Roots crossed
bro.
over.
Hey, bro, chill, bro. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
You got me looking now.
Do that math, God.
Look, they did numbers, bro.
They crossed over to the extent that they were Jimmy Fallon, right? Think about it.
I'm talking about even earlier on.
But I'm saying, I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you. But they crossed over.
Hold on. Let me finish. They had.
I'm sorry.
I remember they even had. That's when Questlove had started the OK Player Forum and shit.
Okay.
Correct.
So hold on.
Yeah,
go ahead. No, what I was saying was that throughout this whole time, like, it's a whole segment that people just act like doesn't exist.
No,
it's like it's this whole, and they sold millions of records, and just for some reason they'll be like, gangster rap took over, but that's not what happened.
But here's the problem, Ty. It's the gangster rap lasts longer in the people's heads. Like, it's the whole question: which would you rather be, feared or loved? I'd rather be feared because the fear lasts longer. So first thing, the Roots' first album went platinum. The last two went gold. But you talk about '90s hip hop.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think The Chronic. I think Wu-Tang Clan. You know, some just certain albums just stick out in your mind, like, and you have to go digging, like, oh, I forgot this album came out. I forgot that album came out. I think those albums, the gangster element had a longer lasting impression.
You know my stand. A lot of that stuff didn't make it past '96. It's not timeless music.
Well, let me ask this last question before I let you guys go. Most High.
I don't agree with that.
Most High. Do you? Once again, the message. It doesn't help when I see Scarface complain, and when I see Eric Sermon like give credit. Okay, I need to see y'all's version of what you think hip hop should be. Like, at some point, where does it go?
They lost touch. They're not. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is why they shouldn't even. You know, they should just enjoy their era or what they lost touch. It's some older guys still around. They haven't lost touch. They're gonna keep their thumb on what's going on. All right, or they're gonna have people around them that's gonna have their thumb on it. You don't get Dre like 5 generations of hip hop. Hands on Kendrick. You see what I'm saying? Some people they just gonna always have their hand on it, bro. You don't get a J. Cole with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, hey, this is the wave. This is what's going on right now. Some of these guys acting like they don't understand what's going on outside and why they not doing it like we did it in '94 and shit. Bro, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, they actually built platforms to launch other people. You know? They culturally relevant.
What are we talking about then? In terms of build platforms for others, like I don't know too many.
Like Rock Nation, like these are put together by elders in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I mean that's how they keep their finger on the pulse.
But now we go to another conversation where that's just as bad because maybe not all.
Nas started. What was that? What was that?
Mass Appeal.
Mass Appeal. He started Mass Appeal. Yeah. His finger on the pulse. You see what I'm saying? And so how many people got a good leap off of that? You see what I'm saying? Because these guys they on, but it's the guys who are culturally irrelevant got all these opinions about what people should be doing. It's like, bro, you're not even You don't even know what's going on outside.
But my thing is, a legend could never be culturally irrelevant.
Yikes. That's
a legend could never be culturally irrelevant. The culture was built off the legends.
Most High, here's the problem.
What does that mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree. But at the same time, the disconnect is still a disconnect. A lot of people, they phased out.
But here's the problem.
Right.
Hip hop does not hold its legends in high regard for long. It's not like country, blues, rock, where they're revered until the casket is in the ground. There's a shelf life.
Sly. Snoop Dogg got Death Row again, right? What do you think he gonna do with Death Row? Revive? He gonna revive Death Row? What's gonna happen?
Get a bunch of young, hungry artists.
For what? Do you remember the new No Limit?
Barely.
You lose connect, bro. You lose connect. It's nothing wrong with that either. It's like if you don't stay involved, like y'all said, the culture is evolving so much. You can't just jump in after you miss 5 sessions on what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like it don't work like that.
Yeah, I just think hip hop is that one genre. It's not kind to you the older you get. The fan base is not as loyal as any other genre of music as well. Like
Mark Cuban started a classic hip hop radio station here in Dallas, right? And they barely played anything older than 96.
Well,
but that's Dallas.
I'm not gonna
hold on.
Guys.
Rock the Bell, LL's joint on XM or whatever. Pause. That been around for whatever. That been around for how long? And they go all the way back into the throes of the beginnings of hip hop. So maybe Mark Cuban and hip hop don't even belong in the same sentence. Number one, number two, and respecting him for making an effort, but I don't make the correlation between Mark Cuban and hip hop. So I don't really know why that wasn't successful or why they don't play anything past 96 because it doesn't make sense to me. And everybody
it was actually good. They had I forgot the DJ that had, but somebody brought up a good point. They brought up Diddy. And 50 Cent was making fun of P. Diddy because he can't hear a hit. He's like, bro, you didn't hear the record. Now you got beef with somebody because they took the record back and made a hit with it. You didn't hear the record. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, if you know what's happening, you gotta have the ear for it. You should be able to, you know what I'm saying, blend right in. But trying to force an old way of doing things, old sound onto like that ain't gonna work. That back in my day shit, like that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I'm saying some things are tried and true. And
listen, I like the classic shit. I like a lot of old G shit. I love the way. And my thing is, when I say the older music is better, is because it was just mixed better. You know what I'm saying? It's sonically better. It's more full. A lot of the they took more time producing the records. I like hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can hear that this stuff that's coming out now is just, I think they mixing this shit with AI. It all got the same sound profile. Every record got the same sound profile. I can hear it. So I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, even me, I'm out of touch. There is no way. Like the new stuff, man. Listen, even the new stuff now that I listen to is from artists like Currency, Primo. They're my age. We in our 30. Listen, we in our 30. You see what I'm saying? But they're able to stay culturally relevant. You see what I'm saying? They're able to stay culturally relevant. So they still go on tours. I went on tour with Devin the Dude. Devin the Dude, culturally relevant. He gonna have records with Wiz Khalifa. He been in the game probably 20 years before Wiz Khalifa came out, but he's still culturally relevant. You see what I'm saying? So
he started to smoke culture. He's one of the
You know what I'm saying? That he never stopped working. He never took his finger off. Once you take your finger off, and you try to put your finger on, it's like, nah. It's the same thing with E40. What's his name? Too Short. Too Short got his record span 30 some years now.
Good point.
He never stopped working. It's the guys that be retired be like, man, y'all need to do this. Like, bro, show us how. Then you can't jump back in.
But let me say something though. Again, they kind of did because they still around. He's still touring. You feel me? He's still getting residuals off of his work.
What I'm saying is,
so what I'm saying is the example was already set. And again, I just want to land this plane real quick. I don't mean to take your time, Sly. You've been more than generous and patient with me. I appreciate you, God.
You got it.
So my thing is, and appreciate you too, bro. So my thing is, at the end of the day, that sounded like advice. Not, you young niggas don't know what y'all doing. That's not what that sounded like. It sounded like advice. He said it in a nice low tone, even keel. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like concern. And as older dudes, why would we not show concern for the younger guys? We should be. They shouldn't just be blowing us off if we do have good pause, if we do have good intentions. Seriously. Man, and again, and let me say this, yo, Sly, my last thing. Guess what? I'm going to be the joker in this whole shit. Hip hop ended up becoming what they intended it to become.
Okay.
It's a whole fact. So if you want to take it to the real origins, and I got a wild theory that's not for right now, but what hip hop is right now, it actually served the purpose from when it became corporatized and when they decided to make it a business and make it have the influence that it has. So it's actually serving its purpose on every level and every facet that the music industry and the entertainment industry functions on, and what influence and what you call that, indoctrination, all that. Hip hop did the exact job that it was intended to do.
Give me a time span. Give me a time span. Hold on. Hey, give me a time span when this commercialization happened. When it turned into a business.
When Bambaataa, Kool Herc, and Flash took the music downtown from Bronxdale and Bronx River. The evidence is out there.
That early they cashed in on the whole movement.
Yes. There's YouTube channels dedicated to this whole stuff. The Culture Starts 71. If I'm in error for that has the whole history of hip hop on there. Hip hop historian, true savior, all that. So, and I'm gonna say this as somebody who grew up in New York, right, and has studied the hell out of this since Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes made their comments, right. And also, let me preface this, that half my family is Puerto Rican, so I really wanted to know the truth as to the origins and the creation of the culture. Now, it has been said that hip hop itself was probably going to die out like other genres, right? Because the practitioners early on grew up and didn't want to get their clothes dirty breakdancing. They started getting jobs, getting money, and dancing with females because the disco music dictated what the females liked and what the trends were going to be like when they got older. Bam and Bam Flash and Kool Herc took this, especially Bam, I think primarily took the scene downtown to downtown Manhattan, and they got the other culture, the punk rock culture. Maybe that was some of the only venues at the time in New York that was gonna play the new budding subculture that was coming out of the Bronx, right? So I'm gonna say that. So once that culture gravitated towards it, that's when you start getting labels like Tommy Boy, right? Shout out to Monica Lynch. I actually have met her, and I don't know her personally, but she's a very good person. I was able to discuss a lot of hip hop history with her based upon my job and based upon my passion and knowledge for hip hop. So I kind of know what I'm talking about, and I could clarify and I could show receipts in terms of documentation, whether it be YouTube, whether it's things written in print. I could do that. So I'm telling you, the commercialization of the music and of the culture started when it moved downtown, literally in New York, from Bronx to Manhattan, and it became introduced Europeanized, if you want to call it that. So remember, Blondie came out in 1980, 81 with Rapture. The culture was already around. You understand what I'm saying? So Rapture itself was the symbol of the culture being commercialized. Remember, Basquiat is in there as the DJ. So everything that's connected to what we know now as pop culture and what influenced hip hop as we know it started when it was moved downtown, and Deborah Harry and Blondie, the dude from Blondie wrote the lyrics. One of the members of the band wrote the lyrics. Not a hip hop dude wrote the lyrics. So mind you, we talking about Disco King Mario.
Let me jump in real quick. I'm gonna just say this. The actual industrialization of it.
Better word.
I'll just say that was
Better
done
word.
by it was done by smart, college educated people. All right, we talking Rick Rubin and
Russell Simmons.
Like all of these guys,
Andre Harrell and Ty Williams from Cold Chillin'. They all roomed together. It's funny that you said that, not to cut you off. Just little quick facts.
All right, but this what I'm saying is just like it's been commercialized. It's been about that money for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And nobody had to make motherfuckers sell out.
That's an interesting point.
That's all. That's the whole thing. Where it be like, it was corrupted. No, it wasn't. These niggas wanted the money up front from the very beginning. They seen dollar signs.
1,000%.
Right. So it is built on straight capitalism, and so for it to turn into what it turned into is not a a surprise. Like no, this shit got sold out from a dorm room.
That's what I said. The music turned into whatever it was created to turn into. But what I'm saying is, guess what? I don't think that the three people that I named, except for maybe, Russell, yes. Ty Williams, I don't know 100%. Andre Harrell, possibly, God bless the dead, right? So I don't know if even those early moguls cashed out the way they were supposed to.
Maybe what's his name had Nas publishing. I think he just gave Nas back his publishing like maybe 5 years ago or some shit like that. Who's that?
Search?
What's his name? From Third Base.
Yeah, MC Search.
Yeah. They was cashing in, bro. All the Jews was getting. Let me get out of there.
See, here you go. Now we're not here for that.
No.
Right.
Good night.
I know it's late for everybody. Last thoughts for everybody. I know it's late.
Yo, Sly, real quick. I appreciate you allowing me to speak. I don't duck no fades. I'm definitely, pro-truth in terms of anything having to do with the world we live in. Any culture that comes from black people, that comes from indigenous people. I'm still one of them quote-unquote corny dudes that still love my black people, love our culture. I have a reverence and a favoritism towards all.
Hey, don't let Sly do that to you, bro. Don't let Sly do that to you.
Nah. Love and respect, man. I'm here because of that. Yo, Sly, you introduced me to what's my man's name? The Christian dude that be breaking stuff down.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
You introduced me to him, bro. You introduced me to a couple of dudes. I heard you on Star Report, so I know you official. So it's never disrespect when I'm counterpointing and whatever the case is.
Yeah.
As soon as I got a couple dollars, you got a donation coming. But again, I appreciate your content. I appreciate you being an intelligent, well-intentioned black man. Pause. No funny shit. And there's still dudes out there that really care, that consider themselves, genuine when it comes to trying to preserve whatever is good about who we are. Peace to y'all. You heard?
Peace, King. Peace.
Peace, Lord.
What you got, Ty?
Hey, old niggas, bro. Hey, no, listen. Hear me out. That is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's people who they never stop. They can pick a person out of nowhere and blow them up. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They can see somebody that's kind of bubbling and then boom, take them off. Scott Storch right now can make a hit. He never stopped. Even with all the drugs or whatever, that man gonna be at that piano. He's still doing it all over social media.
Yeah.
He ain't stopped.
Yeah.
He ain't stopped. It's some people who they never stop, bro. They know what's going on. They at it. This what I don't think people understand. Some people like, man, I want to go do music. I'll be like, bro, you are good. but are you good for hours at a time, every day, for years good?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black Thought. This nigga never stopped rapping. He sound the same as he did. It's like it's people, they never stop.
Yeah, it's just it's coming off like complaints, man. Like I said, when I saw that Scarface rant, I was like, you old.
What Scarface said? What Scarface said?
Oh my fucking God.
Because it was a Method Man. Method Man was like, damn, how do you getting all this money? It's like, he was like, man, I did a show for $500 or something. I was
like, how you mad at? It just came off as embittered, like almost.
Yeah, it's like if they were suffering, they have to learn some type of lesson, or you didn't walk through the snow to get to school type shit.
You know what? I'm looking for the video for what Scarface said. Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up so you can hear what he said.
Somebody need to be blocked too, because they said Scarface was insufferable and he the worst person out of the Ghetto Boys.
Man, after you listen to this,
that was in your chat.
Let me show you what he said.
Your chat.
Wait, let me play what he said.
All right, well, fuck it, let's go there. Okay. So you ain't got to be dope no more. All you gotta have is a lot of fucking Instagram made up ass followers. Just click the button. Right. It ain't about skills no more. It's about likes. It's about clicks. It's about.
So,
that's not true.
Once again, this is.
God damn, you know that's not. I think he know it's not true.
Okay,
that don't correlate into tickets. That don't correlate into merch. If you got a bunch of fake fans, you're not getting on.
Let me get the rest of it. Asked.
Followers now, correct, and that's part of the main reason why I don't really fuck with like I used to. Man, if you can listen to my song for under a penny,
yeah, you're devaluing it.
Yeah, and you're devaluing, like, that's some shit. And you know what? I'm willing to bet that all record labels are tied into the streaming platforms at some capacity, because think about it like this: you got $12, $14, $10 a month, and you got 20 million subscribers.
Who's making that money?
All right, listen.
This man has been in the music. Are you buying records still?
Dude, let me tell you something. They had the game in a chokehold with free music. That mixtape era, that Nah Right, Two Dope Boys. When the music was free, the artist was booming. I'm talking about selling out shows, just a manager and a bus putting in work, bro. I met so many artists during that time, and their music was free. I'm talking about crashing servers because people wanted the music for free.
Yeah.
Imagine uploading it now and getting paid for the streams. You see what I'm saying? These dudes been around since $20 CDs. I want $3 off the CD. You see what I'm saying? So now it's just like they don't understand it. They don't understand it.
It's not, and it's so bad that it's like you don't.
SoundCloud was free, bro,
and it's like
niggas
he chooses
to
not.
Of free music, bro. Like the model is different, bro. It's different. It's different. You know, so it's like
coming back. You think Napster's gonna have some impact now?
No, but I do think that what's gonna happen is they're gonna have to find a way to kind of decentralize it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to find a way to make music on a digital streaming platform that is streaming to a bank account or streaming for the artist directly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These DSP services, they just hosting. That's it. You know, and they getting advertising. You know, but nobody still don't know what's the cost of a stream. I don't have a solid number still, bro.
And even the numbers, they keep tweaking it every few years
and they still won't show you, even though it's digital and they have counters on the records. They still don't know. They still don't know. This reminds me of Coolio. Coolio came. Remember Dangerous Minds?
Yeah.
He sold all them records, and it was like, well, I think he was like, let me see the real numbers. That was like, are you out your fucking mind? Like, we say you went platinum. Like, take it or leave it. And
last question. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like, the model is different. So for him to be like, you only getting pennies, man. Listen, Freddie Gibbs came up off free shit, free music.
That
Wiz Khalifa came up off of that. Currency came up off of that. Yo, people reinvented their careers with that mixtape wave that came through. Dom Kennedy popped off. Everybody was going. People was capitalizing off the music.
Yeah, if it wasn't on DatPiff, it wasn't official. Or
if the music,
have it
if the music is good, you're gonna sell merch. You're gonna sell shows. You're gonna sell. You know what I'm saying?
Last question. When's the last time you actually bought music?
I mean,
I'm asking for a reason.
Okay, I got. I hope people doing this too because it's a good ass deal. YouTube Premium for $10 a month gives me YouTube Music, which does the same thing as Spotify and everything else. So I don't have commercials on YouTube or YouTube Music.
I don't even listen to YouTube. I got the YouTube Premium. I don't even go. I just rip.
Nah, bro, get the YouTube Music. The algorithm is.
Is it okay?
Hey,
I'm asking for a reason because I haven't. I don't know. It's been close to 10 years since I bought an album. Like, I don't buy music.
I ain't bought no album.
I ain't bought no singles.
I ain't. Okay. But how do you even? Okay, I go buy an album. Then what? It's not a car on a lot that got a CD player. What the?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even if you, can you even download the record now? Didn't they change iTunes years ago?
I don't even get it off iTunes. Like, everything's on YouTube. That's for one. So you can rip it off of YouTube, and then you got other sites, MediaFire, Zippy Share, Bear Share, like all these other torrent sites. You could just rip and it's just up. Like I buy music. No, like it's the meme with the vampires looking down on everybody. Like, ugh, you buy music? Ugh, like no.
Yeah. People look at me funny because I don't like wireless headphones because I can hear the latency in the shit.
Okay.
So I still like a cord on my phone, bro.
Okay.
I could, I'm listening to music, I can hear the latency, and I'll be like, once you hear it one time, you can't never unhear it.
You can't. Yeah.
It mess you up. But yeah, I don't wear the earbuds. I can't do it.
Earbuds for you.
I still like speakers in my car. I got subs and everything I drive gonna have bang in it because I like bass supposed to be felt and heard. You know what I'm saying? Right. I still like that shit.
Well, shit, bro. I know it's late over there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I'm finna get out of here, bro.
Hey, you looking kind of spiffy in your shirt, though. The 1970s porn shirt. I feel that. That's spiffy. You looking real spiffy.
Oh, yeah, this retro Wrangler. I got a whole closet full of shit. I be staying those Pearl Snap business. Boot game crazy, too, but I'll never wear a hat.
For sure. Thank you for coming through, bro.
All right, dog.
Peace. Hey, all right. Tomorrow, part 2 to everything that I was supposed to do tonight. Shout out to Todd City. Shout out to Club Fortune. Shout out to Most High. I was like, yo, that's that. I didn't know it was that Most High from over there at Star. So respect to all y'all. Peace to everybody. Thank y'all for coming through and letting me run my mouth about this hip hop thing. It really went left in a good way, and I'm always humble and always appreciative of everybody's time and all that good stuff. So tomorrow I'll do part 2 of whatever I didn't cover tonight for sure. So hey, listen, I wish I could do more of this. I would love to. So the music stuff, definitely. So with that being said, guys, get out of here, go to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning. So I bid y'all all adieu. Peace.